Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware. Beware! That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Good morning. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for Friday, November 11th. Or not really, I'm reading that wrong. November 6th, 2020. Holy cats, I need more cafefe. Oh, dear God, do I ever. Oh, okay, I'm ready to face the day now. Anyway, hope you're all having a good morning. Welcome to the show. Glad to see you here. And thank you for watching, whether it's live or if you're catching us on the rerun. We hope you enjoy it. And also, we hope you'll join us live sometime so you can interact with us and make this a little more fun. If you're watching on Facebook, on the Rising Tide Publications page or the Indie Event page, please give that page a like and give this video a little like too, because it helps us in our searchability, all right? And lets people know that, hey, maybe this is worth looking at. You never know. Anyway, also, if you're watching us on YouTube, on the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page, or Geek Insider page, please give this, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. It just takes a moment, costs nothing, and it helps us in so many ways as far as defeating the evil algorithms. Anyway, this show is brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, and by special new sponsor for today, Stormgate Press, who is putting out a great book called Pulp Reality. You saw that great list of talent about a minute ago. Holy cats, it's the only way that alphabetically is the only way I'll ever be listed before Bobby Nash in any publication, that's for sure. But anyway, it's going to be a fantastic magazine. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That should be coming out in December 1st, thereabouts. And we hope you keep an eye out for it and save your shekels now so you can get yourself a copy. Also, this episode, as always, is powered by Geek Insider and Rising Tide Publications. Thank you all for your glorious assistance. And speaking of glorious assistance, holy cats, 34 comments already. Let's just dive right in on what you say. And first in the gate from YouTube is David Atkins. Good morning. Hello, Evermorian. Hello, every Nevermorian. I need a coffee infusion, dear God. This is the show-stopping antics of your host, Brian K. Morris, author of The Weird and Wonderful. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the chaos as we explore many useless facts. That we do. Oh, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Willow Schuyler. Last night I joined her along with her other guest, author Michaela Jade, and we were sharing a pillow on Willow's Pillow Talk, and it was quite a fun show. Had a fantastic time. Willow's a great interviewer. And we also explored some serious topics, and we were really glad for everyone who showed up last night. So thank you very much. And if you haven't caught it, go to the Willow Schuyler Skylor page on YouTube and check it out. It turned out really good. And there she is. Happy Friday, all Cindy Cap. Mwah, glad to see you. CKOEPP.com for an amazing, amazing website. Even more amazing books and an even amazinger, fantastic free monthly newsletter. So please sign up for that. All right. And good morning, Brian Wesloff. Good to see you here, brother. Reels and Heels tomorrow at 2 p.m. on wherever you're watching this. Phil Thompson posted his new web comic at PT Smooth 89 on Instagram. Looking forward to it. I will check that out later, Phil. Good to see you, sir. And hello, Sarah. How are you this morning, hon? And good morning, Carl Witzman on Facebook. Good morning to you, my friend. And he's also on, when he heard Sarah, he moved over to YouTube. Hello, Sarah. Oh, yeah. Carl, says Sarah. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., happy Friday, everyone. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. And Tony, looking forward to talking more with you later today. And thank you for the correspondence so far. I'm grateful for that. And it's Friday, says Charles F. Millhouse, the man, the legend behind Pulp Reality #1. Please check that out. All right. It is going to be a fantastic magazine. I'm really looking forward to that. Not just as a contributor, but also as a reader. There's some damn good stuff and some great talent in there. And there she is, Susan Basham. Good morning, all. Susan, good to see you. She is a fantastic author. Susan, everybody, put in your links to your books, your videos, your YouTube, your Kickstarters, what have you. Let's make this a fun Friday and get your word out there. All right, because we're going into the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, we got you covered. All right, entertainment, don't go anywhere. You don't have to leave the house. Just make sure you're stocked up on toilet paper and cheap alcohol. Tomorrow, there's two events. One is a 1-day, one is a 2-day, but we urge you to split your attention between both of them. The Indie Author Day for MAPLD, the Matson, Illinois Public Library District. They have another great event coming up tomorrow, starting around 10 o'clock. And it's going to be really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we've got a couple friends that are going to be doing some stuff for them. We've got Patricia Carell, who you saw in the picture for today's broadcast as Mary Marvel. We met at that picture was taken at Gen Con a number of years ago, and we stayed in touch ever since. She's an amazing author. Please check her out. She'll be on at noon tomorrow. And at 1 p.m. will be our dear friend Bobby Nash, who will also be on this Tuesday's episode of Clever Title Pending with Jim Beard. It's going to be a fun episode in which I am totally superfluous. But it'll be a great day. Please check out those two people. Also, I'm involved with another convention, Imagine Other Worlds with Authors, starting at 10 a.m. Central Time. And we've got some friends there like Aaron Casey, Cindy Kepp will be there, Jen Thompson, Teresa Dunn will be there, and a whole bunch of other familiar faces and names, and some new ones that you'll enjoy checking out. And I will be on at 11:40 Eastern, 10:40 Central Time for an hour, and I'll be part of the Ask an Author panel. So please bring your questions for us because this will be a great opportunity for you to learn more about the writing business and creativity from a variety of people who are in it to win it. And not just me there, but a whole bunch of other people. And then later that day, I will be on at, again, Eastern Time, 3:20 to 4:20 on a marketing panel. We'll be talking about how to sell your books a little more efficiently, get your message out there. So please join us for that. And then at 2 p.m. on Sunday, Eastern Time, I will be giving a little talk on broadcasting, how you can do what I'm doing now and why you should consider doing it, because it's a good way to reach your audience. So anyway, that's this weekend. It's going to be a packed weekend. Lots of fun. We're going to have fun this weekend. That is an order. All right, Susan, glad to see you here. Mwah. As always, makes me happy. And making me happy, there's Ted Davies. Ted, brother, it is good to see you. He has brought the covfefe. Check out his channel, Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube, also teddaviesartistry.com and Ted Davies Artistry on Facebook. It's a lot of good stuff on there. And we have a guest in the other room who's hobbling in. And yeah, you know that thumb. It's working my jaw all the time. It is Cookie. Be gone, woman. I say. Anyway, Cookie is doing better. Her sprained muscle. She's able to attack me now more quickly. Thanks, everyone. But anyway, no, she is feeling better. She does have a 4-day weekend because of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. It seems that the auto plant can't get parts from some of our foreign suppliers who are dealing with their own problems. And so Cookie is on an enforced hiatus, which is okay because this means she doesn't have to be aggravating her muscles, just aggravating me. But anyway, Sarah goes, "Morning, Susan." Yeah, Sarah. See, Susan, you're making friends already. You're one of us now. And she's like, "When did I sign up?" Sorry, hon. This is Army drafts constantly. Carl Wisman. Well, I know so many people involved in pulp reality. I guess I better buy it. Yeah, and you know some people who we'll sign it for you too, and I'll even waive the $20 fee this time, but because it's you, Carl. But there's going to be quite a bit of hoopla about Pulp Reality when it comes out. We will be doing a special clever title pending. The time and date will be announced closer to the actual release of the book. And we are also planning a signing in association with Comics Cubed in Kokomo. I will be there, and Charles, of course, will be there. He better be there, by gosh. And that's only a 2-hour drive, Carl. That's nothing. Plus, we'll be playing some other stuff and some real fun things. And I'm thinking about doing some more broadcasting in December. Just because it's going to start getting colder. It's going to get dark sooner, and I'm thinking we need a little more fun. If anyone's behind me, give me a shout out, please. All right. David Atkins says, "Hey, Carl, did you see the artist who did some art himself on Archie Females? It was quite amazing. He is not even a comic artist yet." Do you have a link to that, David? That sounds interesting. And here he is, the joy of last night's Willow Schuyler Willow's Pillow Talk. The man who we couldn't even put half of his comments on the air. You were on fire, Christian. It was so funny. It was great. You were awesome, dude. And arise, Friday Morris Monster, arise from your Playboy mansion of the nymphomaniacs. Oh, yeah. Arise and exaggerate your ego across the land of election depression and into the reality of the Dolly Partons and the author Michaela Jade realm of the Cleve. Bring us to the promised land. Hashtag fat cat fisting. Catfisting, yes. Fat catfisting. Ooh, that sounds good too. Anyway, last night it was a fun episode, and Michaela was dressed to thrill, I think. I know she was beautiful as always, and had a lot of good things to say. All kidding aside, last night's show, we touched on a number of serious topics, and I actually had to get serious for a moment or two, but fortunately it passed by the time I get here. So, but please check out Willow Schuyler on YouTube. She's got a fantastic page, a lot of content there, and she's got a super, super singing voice. Holy cats. Mine sounds like a septic tank backing up, but she's got the larynx of an angel. She is awesome. And Christian, honestly, we're so glad to have you there, man. You really lit the place up. And howdy, Sarah. Yeah, making friends. I love it. Morning, Susan. Hello, David. This is Carl Witzman. And Pulp Reality #1 is on sale December 1st, says Charles Millhouse. And if you missed it earlier, I'm going to run that spot again. Boy, I'm getting so many videos on here. It takes me a time to get there. Yeah. complain, right? Anyway, check this out. You're going to dig it. You are so going to dig it.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
That's right. Stormgate Press is going to be releasing that Pulp Reality #1, and hopefully you see that and you get as excited as we are who contributed to it. That is going to be fun. I have a story in there featuring Charles F. Millhouse's Captain Hawkland, and also there's a second Captain Hawkland story, but not by Charles F. Millhouse, but by the great Bobby Nash himself, with Sky Ranger, I think is the character. It's a team up with Sky Ranger, and I'm doing a story for the second issue too that I'm looking forward to working on. Fun, and please check it out. Please mark down December 1st on your calendars and get ready for some Pulp Reality. And there's Susan Basham going, Carl, and Clayton Basil says hashtag Kring Hooky Bohm. Yes, we are planning to bring to Kring Hooky Bohm as soon as we can. What? Hooky. That's what Christian Basil just called you. Kring Hooky Bohm. It's a spoonerism, honey. Sounds about my typing level. I don't know if you heard that, Christian. She said, that sounds about like my typing level. And Grant Lankard, good to see you. I had enjoyed your comments last night on Kickstarter. You asked some very good questions, sir. Weird thing is, I'm getting so used to watching these things that yesterday actually felt weird. I kept thinking, when is Brian's show going to start? Yeah. You know, it's funny, Grant, but at the start of the Peter pandemic, I was broadcasting 7 days a week. And I was told by more than one person lately, said, Brian, we could tell it was killing you. It was a lot of work on your part. And believe it or not, shows like this do take some effort. It doesn't look like it one bit, but it does take some effort. If nothing else, you have to summon the chi to make these miracles happen. But no, we had an enjoyable time. We recognized that we were doing a service to the community, because we figured at the time when we didn't even know as much about the My Sharona Miley Cyrus as we do now, and we know hardly enough about it, that we thought the least we can do is provide distraction for an hour or two every day. But after a while, once the restrictions started lifting, I thought that's as good a place to jump off as any. Now, Grant, we are going to be doing some more broadcasting. I don't know that it'll be in the morning, but we are planning some nighttime things. So hopefully you'll join us. We'd love to have you with us. Sometime next year, we are considering doing a second edition of Clever Title Pending in the week. And we also want to do a comic book commentary show with a format that I lifted from another place that I think you'll find interesting. I think you'll find it quite intriguing and guarantees variety. But it's going to be I'm looking forward to putting that out. We're probably going to do a pilot for it either later this month or early December to see how much traction we can get with it. But anyway, Grant, no, you had a good question yesterday about there is a spate of Kickstarter campaigns that seem to be asking for paltry amounts, like $200 or $300 when you're printing a comic. And trust me, if you're printing any amount of comics, that's not enough, really, unless everybody's working for free, which unfortunately too many people are in the field of independent comics. And, you don't even know how it will cover their bottom line. I figure by the time of your Kickstarter, you should at least, before you go to press, at least be breaking even considering your print and possible postage costs. But no, that was a very good question. I am more for supporting campaigns that do not ask for what are ridiculous amounts, because I think they're trying to whore the system. I think they're trying to be able to say, well, yeah, my campaign came in at 500 times its amount. Well, yeah, I asked for $1, which I don't know that they would do. I think it's too small. Although I have seen campaigns, and they were mostly gag campaigns. I knew someone who was, well, actually, it was somebody who was asking for like $2,500 to like bake a pie or something, or bake a cake or something silly like that. And so he did it mostly as a joke, as performance art, but he wound up getting like tens of thousands of dollars for it because everyone wanted in on the gag, and he kept having to up it, the prizes. Okay, I will make you a cake. I will make the next 10 people a cake. I will do a live stream with cake, and the whole 9 yards. And it was an interesting campaign. He finally ran out I'm going to rent an auditorium to bake a cake in. It finally got to the point where he had to quit because he couldn't think of anything more to offer. But something like that. But I have seen people do like $25 campaigns, and then they can go and they can brag saying, well, we raised like 300 times our requested amount. Well, yeah, you only got $75. But now we did a campaign 2.5 years ago with the Eric Hawkins and I for a comic book, and I can't remember. I think we were asking for around $2,000, and we made it and then some. But I would rather somebody go back and check me out and say, well, wait a minute, he asked for a couple grand and he got it, and here's this other schlub asking for like 100. Why can't he pay that out of his own pocket? So I know, but it's, everybody to themselves. But anyway, Carl Westman says, no, David, I did not see that. I'm not much into comics. OMG, did I say that aloud? Carl Witzman, report to HR. Carl Witzman, HR. You'll learn, Carl. No, actually, comics are cool. And good morning to all. It's a wonderful Friday. Kelly Austin, who's going to be in Pulp Reality #1. I'm going to be in that magazine with you. I'm flattered to be sharing the same pages with you. Anyway, she's an amazing author, I'm told. And Charles F. Millhouse would never steer me wrong. So please check out Pulp Reality #1. Check out the work of Kelly Austin. And David mocks Carl with his laughter. And there's Matt Short. Good morning to you. Good morning. Happy Friday. And whatever other greeting you use for the days after a contentious election that just won't end. I haven't checked the news this morning. Are we still deadlocked? I have this image of Nebraska or Nevada going, okay, let's count the polls. Let's count the polls now. 1 vote for so and so, 2 votes for. Wait a minute, I lost my place. Got to start all over again. So yeah, this is turning into 2000 all over again. And the minute they announce the results, well, the president has already launched campaigns. What was it? Philip DeFranco had a great thing on YouTube a night or two about this, and how the president is like trying to get the Supreme Court to get polls to stop counting in the states where he's ahead. It's like, oh my God, he's starting to sound, I'm sorry, whether you support him or not, he's starting to sound, and please don't comment. All right. This is going to be me. I'll take the crap for it. I will not post on the screen any comments about this unless they're really, really funny. But no, he's acting like a third world dictator. It's like, yeah, we swept into office with 127% of the vote. So, and I want to enforce all the rules that let me win. It's funny. It is. I'm not annoyed by it. I find it hilarious, actually. You wonder why people voted early. Anyway, so Matt, it is good to see you, sir. And Matt's got some projects coming out in comics and on Kickstarter that I think you really need to take a look at. All right. And Cindy Cap says, "Go Charles, go Charles, go Charles." Oh yeah, there's our cheerleader in action. And Grant Lankard said, "I'm feeling better today. I was in a bad place Wednesday. I didn't sleep much last night, but I got a little bit of sleep Wednesday night." Well, whatever it is, Grant, I hope you're working past it. And I don't know if it's a personal issue or it's, the general malaise. I admit I'm being affected myself as far as, reading the news. It's to paraphrase the Beatles. I read the news today. Oh God, so it's like, I understand right now. If you have any empathy whatsoever, you've got to be in torment. And just the uncertainty of the election. We're so used to knowing who won, at least by projection, before the nightly news, your local nightly news comes on. But now this one is, we could still get some surprises is the thing. And the thing is right now it's on the razor's edge where if one person doesn't live up to the network or the news service projections, the race could go the other way. Right now it's anybody's game. So hopefully soon this will be over. And it's just, one of you did something bad, may you live in interesting times, you know what I'm saying? But somebody who's always interesting and was on Clever Title Pending Tuesday night and was fascinating. And if you can't get your heart started this morning, this man is DFib, Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Good morning, Nevermore. It's great to see you. Plug early, plug often. Amazon.com/author/Nicholas Tucker. Also check out his wife, Amanda. Her books, don't just check her out. She's a lovely lady, but check out her books too, and check out the work of Nick Tucker. And please check out Clever Title Pending from last Tuesday night. He was an incredible guest as we went way off of topics, way off the format, and it was so much fun. Nick was a great guest, and thank you for being on the air, Nick. You are the total best. And thank you, Cindy, says Charles F. Millhouse. Yes, thank you, Cindy. And Nicholas, that's what she said. Carl Witzman says, where is Carleen? Well, no, you wouldn't know more than we would. She's probably hiding from you. Maybe she went out on the liquor run today. Who knows? And we got all kinds of comments, and I will catch up with you, my friends. Please be patient. And I see some great names. Oh my gosh, I've got to talk to you people. But I've, this morning, you're my only human contact, people. So anyway, David Atkins, big question for all: what TV or movie vehicle would you love to own? Everyone I know says Kit, yet Cat and Terminator. Stop that. But Airwolf, I would take that. That's a good choice. I loved Airwolf. For me, it's Sliders. It was 1 year on. A year or two on Fox, I think, and then the Sci-Fi Network took it over. And I went back and binged them a couple of years ago and was amazed at how they held up. And in fact, I like more some of the latter episodes more than I did at the time. I could see now where they really took some care. And now that I understand the background stuff on it, it helped me enjoy it a little bit more. But yeah, Sliders. But does anyone have a property they'd love to get that isn't around anymore? Christian Basil, 2 decades, no complaints. That's the way it works, man. That's the way it works. Great show last night with our co-host Willow. Skylar is fantastic. Yes, she is. I had a fantastic time, and thank you, Brian. I'm pleased you enjoyed it. The three of us had a fun time, and and you guys were so funny. We loved your comments. We really did. Poor Willow. She's got more of a sense of propriety than I do, apparently, but. Christian was turning the air blue, and it was so much fun. Charles F. Millhouse says, make sure you share all your work on his Facebook page. Author Charles F. Millhouse Presents. It's a great page. Also, check out Kathy Jackson's books, another fantastic Facebook page for your writing. And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy is turning in my producer here, and I need it so desperately. Anyway, across the crawl, we have a tip jar. It's at paypal.me/rising tide BKM. The BKM is in all caps. And anything that you tip us will be gratefully acknowledged in private. We're not going to embarrass you in public. That's what we have a Patreon for. But anyway, everything that goes in that fund will go towards improving the look of our publications and our broadcasts. And we've done some things that have actually helped this broadcast right now. And we have more in the pipeline coming your way. So we're going to try to make this look and sound even better as time goes on. But also don't forget we have a Patreon page. It's patreon.com/all caps, all one word, Brian K. Morris. And for $1 a month, you'll get mentioned in all of our publications. Your name will be immortalized as long as you're an active patron at the time of publication. Also, $5 a month will get you sneak peeks at our flash fiction first draft novel, tentatively called Ebony Terror. It's an old two-fisted pulp kind of thing. And it's coming along quite nicely. We are starting chapter 10 today. Plus, we have a blog started there. We do at least one blog entry a week now. Right now, we're doing it every day during the month of November to chronicle our progress or lack thereof on National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo. And right now, I will admit, I'm behind my quota. But we will catch up. Chapter 10 will begin work today. Hope to get it done by the weekend. How many chapters will this be? I have no freaking idea. I have a number in mind, but that is subject to change. We have given ourselves some parameters on our chapters. One is no outline. We are letting the story tell itself, and I want to see if I can pants a novel. I've never done that before. And then we're also, we've given ourselves a minimum of 1,500 words per chapter, a maximum of 2,000. So it's interesting. It's interesting parameters. It's forcing me to get a little creative and be a lot more terse. So it's working out. Lots of cliffhangers, lots of rather vivid characters. The next chapter will feature a chance encounter that will lead to further complications, because that's what Lester Dent says I should do. But anyway, please check out our Patreon page. And also at the $10 level, we are currently producing a series of PDFs with our past works that we are sure you will enjoy, because they're my books and they are downloadable. You can read them. We ask you not to share or sell them or rent them. But make them pay that $10 a month. You had to. But we're going to put more works up, including some stuff, including one book that's out of print right now. So check us out. Anyway, thank you, Cindy Kemp, for that. And Jeffrey Hayes, good Friday morning. All I know and care about is that it's Friday. What a brain-crushing week. Yeah, I think we're all under the strain this week, mostly from the election. the election that won't end. It's like Groundhog's Day. I swear to you. I swear, period. Anyway, Jeffrey, we're glad you're here. And don't forget Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Check out their work. If you saw their graphic, or actually two videos at the top of the hour for us and for Charles F. Millhouse. This man does good work. Put him to work for you. And let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's a good time. Here's an example of what this man can do.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Check that out, Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, first in a series, first of a trilogy. Also, check out Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. Charles F. Millhouse tells what matters. Read the comments, read the comments, read the comments. That's a protest I can get behind. I'm trying, Charles. I read them, but I talk too much. Yeah. Anyway, I'd love for you to be part of my journey. Get a coffee. Okay, and go to Spotify and check out the brand new podcast by Ted Davies. That is going to be so good. I'm looking for. I haven't had a chance to listen to your latest one, but also check out Ted Davies' artistry on YouTube. He's got some great creator interviews, and he's also got a fantastic show with our own Carl Witzman on cigar appreciation that I'm really digging. It makes me want to get a second cigar now. Mick Tucker says, Grant Lankard, no one did, even folks who tried to avoid it. Electricity in the air. Yeah, the bad mojo is going around. I don't know too many people that are unaffected by this to one degree or another. Phil Thompson has a link to his Instagram at PTSmooth89. Check out his brand new webcomic. Definitely do that. It is good stuff. And hey, Glenn B. Fleming. Glenn, it is so good to see you as always, sir. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Oh, yeah. Even over there in England, you got to love Friday as much as we Yanks do, I'm telling you. But anyway, hope you're doing well this morning. Glenn, please put in links to your work, my friend. Please put in links to your work. He's got some great comic-related publications that need to be in your library. What are you waiting for? And David Atkins had to imagine if I would rather have Airwolf, Blue Thunder, or the Spider in Hardcastle and McCormick. Oh, Airwolf is a beautiful, beautiful machine. Very destructive. Kit would be good for a long cross-country drive. You'd have someone to talk to, and it'd be like having an Alexa or Siri in your car. You know, you could call them up, and it's like, I want to hear light jazz, and then the voice of William Daniels is like, get it yourself. You can reach the radio dial. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse, that's an open invitation to all creators. Feel free to post your links on that group. Author Charles F. Millhouse presents. Yes, definitely. It's a great opportunity. Don't pass it up. I'm going to put some stuff up in there soon, too. Carl Westman says, one interweb source isn't enough to contain Uncle Carl. I have to watch 2 screens at once or I feel lazy. It is active people like you that are going to save this country, citizen. Proud of you. And hashtag, she knows how to type, bring Cookie home. Thank you, Cindy Cap. Appreciate that. Well, I got her for 4 days, and she's going to be doing icing down pressure therapy and massage, and be drinking icy hot like it's candy. And Joe McKeel of Stupid O'Clock. I'm going to watch last night's show. I crashed early, unfortunately. But anyway, check out Stupid O'Clock Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. It is a fantastic conversation show. You will love it. I love watching it. I really do. It is done and ready, he says. All the panels have been edited down to single videos. They will begin premiering on the day and time of presentation last week. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for when each video drops. Please subscribe to the Stupid O'Clock channel. It is a great content on there. And be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all things going on. In fact, if you see any of us that have a YouTube page like Brian K. Morris, Rising Tide Publications, and just give us a subscribe. The thing is, subscriptions, I talk about reviews, and subscriptions work the same way. Yeah, I know I'm behind in the comments, but deal with it. But the thing is, they do help us. They help us in our searchability. I've been noticing that our videos for Geek Insider, we've got some backlinks to them, and it's paying off for them, and that it's coming up in my searches, or even in my non-active searches right now. When I just go to YouTube and say, hey, what you got for me? So it's been helping them. Yay, Meredith Walker, and I feel like I'm contributing finally. But anyway, please check out Stupid O'Clock. It is an amazingly fun show. I love watching that. It is great. And speaking of people I love, hey there, it's been a while. Great to be here. DC Claymore, glad to see you. ClaymoreAdventures.com. I have not forgotten you, my friend. Hope all is well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And howdy, Joe Dog McKeel is over at the Tube of Views right now. That sounds horrible. Anyway, please check him out on there. Check out Joe Dog. And I'm still just proud as hell of last week's HalloCon. I think I don't want to presume anything, but I hope that wherever she is, your friend is as proud of you as I am, and that's a lot, man. And I think you did right by everyone. Okay, and I think it's going to be a game changer. I really do. DC Claymore, I was right. ClaymoreAdventures.com. Check out this man's book. He is prolific and he is incredibly good author. All right, and howdy, Susan, says Joe Dog McKeel. Susan and I met through being on HalloCon last week. We both opened up the ceremonies there, so that was a pleasure, and I made a new friend. See, now that's worth it right there. And Brian Wesloff, tomorrow on Reels and Heels, we are discussing family films. So many great family films over the years, so I'm sure we'll talk about your favorites. So join him at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook at the Reels and Heels official page and the HWWS Web TV FB page and YouTube channel. Check it all out. It's a good show. You will love it. Amber Carl Wisman says, David, it would be Herbie the Love, but great choice. Great choice. Yeah, I'd have to think. What would I want? That's a good question. Supercar. It's an old Jerry Anderson show. Supercar. It can fly in space, drive on the land, in the air, and under the ocean. I've seen I recently binge watched some of the early episodes. I had to quit because it did not hold up the stories didn't hold up as well in my memory as they did when I was 10. And I remember watching on Channel 10 WTHI with Don Dominics in the afternoons and thinking, oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty cool. And then I'm watching it now going, this is stupid. This is really awful. The stories were not that great. The voice acting was good, though. And the marionettes were fun. I still like Thunderbirds. And I still like Fireball XL5. Anyway, sorry, no booze for me, but more black cherry jet fuel. Caffeinated is liberated. Kothafi, blessed is the bean. Yes, young man, I agree with you completely. Here's what we did, Nick. If you like a little spice in your coffee, and I'm not talking about booze. I'm not talking about alcohol. Excuse me. What we do is we've got a little two cup coffee maker. It's not like a Keurig or anything, but it's like a regular coffee maker, but it only makes about 5 cups worth of coffee, which is about a cup and a half for each of us. Now, what we do, if we want pumpkin spice or cinnamon, we put a couple taps of cinnamon or the spice in, and then you mix up the spice into the grounds, because otherwise it will turn into concrete. And you could risk overflowing your percolator. But anyway, it infuses the coffee with that flavor. So this morning, we're having pumpkin spice coffee. And it's every bit as good as I make it sound. So yeah, just a little cooking tip from your friends in the kitchens at Rising Tide Publications. And Sarah, hello to Ted on the Book of Faces. Well, hello to Ted. Hello to Sarah. Can't say hello to you enough. David Atkins, I've been so sick of the election fights. One side say they win, and others say they did. Is there any way to go to ignore the whole arguments on TV or online for good laughs and encouragement? Here you are, brother. You came to the right place, man. We'll take your mind off it. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll have hours of splendid conversation and folderol. And also check out Willow Schuyler's Willow's Pillow Talk from last night with myself and Michaela Jade, because we were awesome. And one of us was sexy and the other one wore a fez. Anyway, it was a good show. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff out there. Tonight, another episode of Ultraman Z drops, and I've been trying to catch the past episodes of Ultraman, but unfortunately, they're all in the titles are in Japanese, and I can't read them. So we're working on that. But anyway, I've been watching that, watching a lot of great music videos. I found one by a local group. Carl Witzman might remember this. Combo Audio. They had a local hit, at least in Champaign, got a lot of play on the U of I college station, WPGU. It was called Romanticide. And they redid it, and it got some airplay on MTV when they signed a national record contract. But I just remembered that song, and I did a search for it, and I found the original copy of it, and it was a lot of fun. To listen to that again, and reading the comments, and people were saying, hey, I remember seeing them at Mabel's and all that. And I was like, wow, bringing back the good memories. So yeah, there's music videos. And in fact, what is it, Carl, just so you know, I think Little Big has a video coming out in the next day or two, if it hasn't dropped already. So alert. Plus there's marble racing. God, I love marble racing. It's stupid as hell, but I love marble racing. Go figure. But there's plenty to do, David. You just got to search for it. You got to forage for it. And we'll see if we can help you with that. Ursulon 1 says Cindy kept hurting the wind when the officers in Ed's command come under attack by Eshuvani criminals. Ed turns to the local Eshuvani police. When they give him the runaround, he turns instead to her echelon. Anyway, Cindy Kep on Amazon. You've got to check out her work. brilliant imagination, wonderful wordsmith. She does good work. Please check out her work. And a lot of it's on sale right now, too. I don't recognize the thumb. Perhaps if we sell the middle finger, those is Carl Witzman. I know that one in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm familiar with her fingers. Anyway, David Atkins, Carl, I would love to have a bug that age and style. Yeah, occasionally you still see those old Volkswagens on the road, and those things will probably outlast a lot of cars that are being made nowadays. Who knows? And Charles F. Millhouse says, "We love you, Cookie." She's in the other room, but anyway, I will let her know, Charles, and she loves you. I know that for sure. And there's Carlene. TV vehicle, definitely either the Munsters or the Adams car. Ooh, yeah. Or, no. I got it, guys, gals. The Batmobile from the Adam West TV series. I want a car with big ass labels on all the buttons, you know what I'm saying? And rockets in the back. And Sarah says hello to Cookie to her hands. Yes, I will pass it on. Thank you so much, Sarah. Love you. And there's Carly. And Susan Basham says, hi, Cookie. Hi, Joe Dog. One of us. Yeah, Cookie is one of us. The only thing is she does not like to be photographed or to be videoed. She has only appeared in one episode, and that was when she was on her way to work. She just crossed in front of the screen while I was broadcasting downstairs. But we do pop in her picture occasionally in our notices that we're on, we're going to be on the air. So she is an attractive woman. It's not like I'm hiding anyone hideous around here. The only hideous one is me. I'm the gargoyle around here. David Atkins, Carly, the repair cost would be a nightmare. How long would that car last? Who cares? You'd have it. And hashtag Cookie Park, hashtag Clever Cookie. She's a clever girl. She's working on my merch this weekend. And Chris McQuillan, the toy man himself. How are you, my friend? Good morning to you, Chris. Good to see you, brother. It's been too long. And check out the Toy Man show page on he's got a Toyman page on Facebook, and he's also got toymanshows.com. This man puts on an 8-time-a-year comic and toy show in the St. Louis area, and it's a glorious affair. And I hope all is well, Chris. I hope you guys are surviving this kerfluffle right now. Yeah, hashtag Toyman Show. Oh, hell yeah. Check it out. I've been a guest there many a time, and I've been known to pay an admission fee to get in. It's a great time. Please check it out. I miss you, Chris. Hope you're doing well, brother. City Cap, it's worth a $20 fee, but none of it is that expensive. Go to Smashwords and do a search for me, Brian K. Morris. Actually, my books on Smashwords are actually I think $5 or less, but they're all ebooks, so check them out, please. Now on Amazon, I've got some $20 paperbacks, but they're worth it. They're hefty. They're filled with content. Thank you, Cindy Cap. And also check out CKOEPP.com and sign up for this woman's amazing newsletter. And Carl says, Charles F. Millhouse, if I could drive almost 5 hours, you can make it in too. Hey, Charles, what we need to do to give incentive, let's go back to the Texas Roadhouse, see if we get the same waitress. What do you say? She may see us and turn running. Maybe as long as we, depending on who we have with us. That's why we need Carl and Donna. But anyway, that's a thought. We definitely must have dinner afterwards, or here on Amazon. Thank you so much. And the next Toy Man is this Sunday. It's at the Machinist Hall. But anyway, go to toy. I thought 12365. I remember it's the street address, but I'm blanking out on the. I haven't talked about you in a while, Chris. I've been remiss. But anyway, this weekend is a Toy Man show. Please check it out. It's a great time. You're going to see a lot of your friends. You might see some Nevermorians too. But anyway, please check it out. That's toymanshow.com on the interwebs, and check out his Facebook page. Always a good time when you're hanging out with the Toy Man there. And Joe Dog McKeel says, behind you for broadcasting in December. Boo, I'm there. Joe Dog, I would love to have you involved. I really would. And I'm going to talk to you in a few weeks about maybe doing a clever title pending with me, because you got a lot going on. Anyway, David Atkins, where do you find parts for the Adams car, Uncle Jed's car, or the Munsters car? And would you want a guarantee from the mechanic? Hell yes. Well, the thing is, you could get those with modern parts. you might have to go on eBay for a few of the really, if you got like original parts. But there are places that make, for instance, some of these classic cars like the Munstermobile or the Batmobile, licensed, of course, and another one that'd be fun to drive would be the Clampett's vehicle from the Beverly Hillbillies. That would be a lot of fun. I need a rocking chair on top. That would be great. But anyway, the cars can be made. You just put the chassis over a contemporary engine and frame. Frame, and then the outside chassis would be the customizable part. But oh my God, I would love a Batmobile. I would so love a Batmobile. That'd be so much fun. I'm sorry, I geek out. And looking for authors for this Sunday. Well, gosh, who you got? Jackie Nelson in your area, Jason Nugent, Kenny Sills. Unfortunately, I'm doing. I would volunteer, Chris, but I'm doing a virtual con on Sunday, so I must beg off this time. But trying to think who is local. Lacey Lemke, she's pretty close to your 20. Amy Hill, Kathy Jackson. We've got a bunch of peeps, so Chris, we're lousy with authors in this thing. Feel free to reach out to some of them, man. Drop my name, seriously. And hello, Christian under the sheets, says Sarah. Sarah, that's right, folks. We got to turn our attention under the sheets. Who knows what we'll find? I demand to see the video. Brian Wetzoff says, so our first episode of December the 5th, we'll be talking about Christmas movies. And yes, that includes Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, and Gremlins. Oh, yeah. That Die Hard is a good Christmas movie. I'm sorry. Who doesn't like to see neo-Nazis get shot up, right? Teresa Dunn is here. Mwah. Good morning, all. Beautiful day here in Keokuk. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have good weather through the early part of next week, and then it's going to turn a little cold and rainy again. But Teresa is making progress. As many of you know, a windstorm came through Keokuk a couple of weeks ago, and a tree destroyed one of their porches, barely missing the house itself. And Teresa's son and husband have been out diligently working, Albert and Keith, working on that porch and making it look gorgeous. So, and also don't forget to check out Poetry Expressions 2 has just dropped. Teresa Dunn pulled the trigger just this week and has launched that great book of hers. Cookie put together the cover. I helped with the editing, and Teresa did all the heavy lifting. It's her poetry, all original stuff. Please check it out. Please support Teresa Dunn in her journey in becoming a big-time author, all right? And Willow Schuyler is sweet. Carl Witzman, she really is. She's a great interviewer, and just, I have been on a couple of shows where I've, felt like I need to carry the show on my shoulders to make it move forward. But no, she did a great job of interviewing, and it was just so much fun and welcoming. And I learned a lot about her last night, and I really dig the gal. She is a lot of fun. And she says we're going to be on, so I can't really vouch for her judgment very much, but I think you'd make a great guest, Carl. You and Donna. I think you two would be awesome on there. We are awesome anyway, and Carl, I'll be contacting you about a couple of broadcasts I've got coming up soon. And Carl's like, oh, hell. Anyway, oh, but we're glad you're here. Bill Sargent says, happy Friday, Brian, and Friday Morians. Well, Bill Sargent, it's good to see you. Go to Sargent Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sargent, where everything old is new again. And Christian Basil's coming. The sheets. And Sarah's here, and I am fully aroused. I mean, awake. Well, we are good. We're glad that you are awake, and because I know when you get up in the morning, it's hard. Sheets. Anyway, Carl Witzman says, hello, Teresa from YouTube, and hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Bill Sargent. If you didn't hear it at the beginning of the show, Cookie's got 4 days off from work due to parts not coming in to the plant. So she's going to be resting her groin muscle, and I'll be helping her with her groin as much as I can. I'm a good husband. Anyway, Brian Wesloff says, Charles at Millhouse, can you get that ad over to me? I'd like to play it on Reels and Heels. Yeah. And Brian, he's got a version now that will play nice with StreamYard. StreamYard has a limit of the size of video it will take on here of 100 megabytes, which doesn't sound like much, but I think it looks glorious. It really does. And if you missed it the first time, his ad looks something like this.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
And that video was produced by Plasma Fire Graphics, plasmafiregraphics.com, Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook, rather, when the look of your book matters to you. And look at what a great trailer he put together for Charles F. Millhouse, and you see what he's done for me. Well, he can do that for you too. So please drop Jeffrey Hayes a line and get his rate card, okay? And good morning, all. Amy Hale, mwah, glad to see you, hon. Hope you are well this morning. Hope all is well with you and the family. And Teresa Dunn says, good morning, all. Beautiful day here in Keokuk, as she's stalking us on Facebook, and I love it. And Carl Westman says, I missed what he said, Charles, but I'll listen again. What am I driving for? A signing that Charles F. Millhouse and I will be doing in Kokomo, Indiana. And I'm trying to think of the fastest way for you to get there. It would probably be going up 74 to Lafayette, then Route 26 over. Of course, then again, to take it's an easier trip than going to Indianapolis than coming up Route 31 and then going over to 931. But yeah, or go out. It turns into Route 28 when you come into Indiana. It's just north of Paxton, I think. Or no, not Paxton. I can't remember where it is. But anyway, you can reach off of Bowman Avenue, and everybody's like, "What the hell are you talking about, Brian?" And then you take 25 into Lafayette, get over, take Old 231 or 4th Street till you get to South Street. That is Route 26. Then take it out of town. And we are in Kokomo is an hour west of there, and then make your way to the venue. Now, we probably will be showing up at a local bookstore. There's a beautiful block in downtown Kokomo where there's like an Irish bar across the street that's really good. We've had food, cooking, I've eaten there. But on the one block, you've got Comics Cubed in Kokomo, Sean D. Hilton's operation, which will have a live broadcast tomorrow night, by the way. Selling stuff, and a bookstore, which is probably where we'll be because of the room involved, as well as a toy shop and a record store and a couple of really cool geek places. So please come see us. We would love it. And Sarah is dressed by Carly Carlene on YouTube. I've been here all along, Sarah, just lurking. Well, we're glad when you lurk. We love you. And hey there, peeps, says John B. Pica, checking in for just a minute. Citizen Pica, glad to see you here. Hope you're feeling better today, man. Seriously. And Kelly Austin says, just a reminder to all good people out there, what, nothing for me? Please go to author K. Austin, Ramblings of a Pulp Writer, to learn more further information on her book called Bishop Kincaid and the Rembrandt Stratagem. Ooh, that's poetry, girl. It's coming in April, and her story is featured in Pulp Reality coming in December. Both story and book being published by Stormgate Press, a classic operation there. Kelly, keep us posted on that, because, Kelly, we want you to promote, too, using the Rising Tide Publications page, okay? And of course, send the email address as Charles F. Millhouse. And for anyone who needs to make transfers of files, we recommend WeTransfer.com. It is safe, efficient, and also you can transmit up to 2 gig of material for free. So, and it just takes a couple of minutes to set up your account. All right. And that way you don't have to go through the verification process every time. Anyway, Teresa Dunn says, hey, you want some good news to start out your November? Teresa D. Dunn has a brand new book released, Poetry Expressions 2. The first book was so good it had to have a sequel. Now with more poetry. It's available from Amazon in paperback, and the ebook will be out soon. That's something else Cookie will be working on too, Teresa. So go to Amazon.com, check out Poetry Expressions 2, and support Teresa Dunn. All right, and this is what she's publishing herself. So, and Susan Basham says, which outlets will be selling the Pulp Reality magazine? We'll leave that for Charles, but I will definitely be carrying some with me to shows. And Susan, I'd love to meet you sometime. I really would. And sorry, I should add, HalloCon Online is the YouTube page. Virtual HalloCon 2020 is the playlist for all the videos. Joe Dog, I am so looking forward to that because I missed some of that, and I'd love to catch up on it. And also, like I said, check out tomorrow night, Saturday night, Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, on Facebook and on YouTube. It is a fantastic discussion show. You will dig it. I always do. And Spoonerism leads to Forkerism under the sheets. Yeah, that's true. I love Spoonerisms. For those of you who don't know, it's where you transpose letters to make new words. And like the Reverend Spooner would be the Speverant Runer. And Michael Palin and Terry Jones wrote a beautiful book back in the 70s called Dr. Fage's Book of Evil Knowledge. And it was a children's book with all kinds of terrible things in it. And one of them was a dedication to the Speverant Runer. And it ended with Butterflies and butterflies and something or outside what outside my flindo while outside biny little turds, not tiny little birds but biny little turds. But anyway, I ruined it completely. But anyway, it's a funny book. I think you can find it on Hoopla or someplace. I'm not sure, but I think it's still in print somewhere. But it's a funny book. And I remember one thing was Dr. Fage's Book of Knowledge, and it was like Dr. Fage is in the garden doing things to sheep. He will come and do something to you if you don't go to sleep. Anyway, Jude McKeel says, Trish T. Sertles, stop giggling, Susan. John B. Pica says, in the last 7 days, I've been hospitalized. Open enrollment started. We've endured the worst election I've seen in my 50 years. And oh no, and my sweet dog Diva passed away this AM. This has not been my favorite week. Oh, John, I'm so sorry, brother. Oh God, I know it's tough to lose a fur baby. And John, sincerest sympathies to you, man. Man, you have had a totally shitty week. I'm not turning on the 7-second delay. It deserves that. Dude, I hope to turn the corner soon, really. And T-Zirtles forever, says Susan Basham. You T-Zirtle all you want here, girl. I'm telling you. And Carl Wisman says, I'm wondering about doing the show producer job from afar that I'm just not sure about every damn day. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I could use a show producer. Just somebody to handle the boards here while I'm and I can just see Carl going, read faster, Brian, read faster. That's how you can improve this show. And anyway, Carl Wisman says, so sorry, John, as are we all. Seriously, John. Ursulon 2, Into the Open from Cindy Kep. A loose cannon on the Las Palomas Police Department creates as many problems for Amaya and Ed as the criminals targeting the dignitaries they need to protect. That's on Amazon.com. Please check out the work of Cindy Kep, because she is an amazing author. And check out her website at CKOEPP and sign up for her brand new newsletter. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. And T-Zirtles matters, says Carl Witzman. Damn right. And virtual hugs from us all. Thank you, Cindy Kep. And sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. It is the bomb diggity. It is almost as good as Cindy Kep's, because every month we provide, you can sign up for our newsletter at risingtide.pub. In fact, let's put up the banner for that. Thank you for the reminder. Risingtide.pub. Also, there is a bit.ly address where you can sign yourself up directly, or if you have Facebook Messenger, send me your email and I will gladly sign you up myself. All right. We do not sell, trade, or barter your contact information. So if you get junk mail, it wasn't because of me. This ain't my fault. All right. So, and sign up for Cindy Kepps too, CKOEPP.com. She's awesome. And Forkerism Sarah and Charles F. Millhouse has sent you a PM. I think he's talking to Brian Wentzloff. But anyway, hey, Carl, says Teresa Dunn. And hey, Teresa, says Carl Witzman to Teresa Dunn. And Sarah sounded good at the time, Carl. Yeah. And check me out. BKM drank. Yep. Yeah, and bring a lot of fluid a lot of drinkables if you watch last night's Willow's Pillow Talk with me and Michaela Jade. We had a great time. We really did, and we hope you do too when you watch it. The term is usually spooning leads to forking. That's true. I've had many a time when I was able to provide some forking after a good spooning session. But anyway, Sarah says Teresa Dunn. Crap, I have to go to HR again, says Carl Witzman. Here, let me show you the way for what I'm thinking. And Teresa says Sarah. Charles F. Millhouse says find Kelly Austin's Facebook group at that link. Go join it. I need to join that too. Kelly, send me a PM. Would you, with a link to that? And I will gladly, if I haven't signed up for it, I will gladly do it this morning. And Teresa Dunn from YouTube says, morning cooking. Mwah, back at you, Teresa. And Lacey Lemke, good to see you, darling. Good morning, peoples. Lacey, mwah, so glad to see you. Check out her work on Amazon. She has got a couple of really cool horror books called The Nightmare Oasis. They're just awesome. Nightmare Oasis and Nightmare Oasis 2, and she's got a brand new fantasy book just came out. She's an incredible writer, and she's a darling, and I miss you, hon. I miss you so much. I really do. I need some hugs. And good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians from Brian Rodman, BrianRodman.com. It's the year 2045, and Nevada has reached 90% of their votes counted. Yeah, I said it towards the start of the show that what they must be doing, because I found out they're like keeping regular business hours to count the votes, and I think they're doing it like, okay, one for Joe Biden, one for President Trump, one for I can't read. Damn, I lost my place. Got to start all over. So Pepperidge Farm remembers. So it's like, yeah, it's infuriating. It's like, are they doing? They must be doing it by hand or something, and waiting for the Pony Express to bring all the rest of the ballots in. No, in all seriousness, I know that some of the hang-up with some of the states not, actively declaring a winner in their state is because of the mail-in ballots. Those things that were rife with opportunity for altering the election results. Yeah, it might tell us who won. It's a process that we've only just now been told is fraught with fraud and conspiracy, a system we've been using since the Civil War. Okay, it's like, I don't think it's just now popped up, kids. So anyway, so it's taking time. This is the election that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Just get an adult beverage and brace yourself. Oh, I see more cool people have come in, and I will get to you, guys and gals. I am so sorry I'm so far behind. Man, am I behind? Holy cats. Come on, I gotta catch up. I had another comment dump here from StreamYard. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse said, he said you were only 2 hours from Kokomo. You should come to the signing in December. The date and time to be formally announced. But yeah, Charles and I are going to do that. And if as many of the contributors to that book as we can get, we are gonna. All right. And Charles F. Millhouse says Stormgate Press has released its first comic book, created, written, and drawn by Charles Davenport. You will love The Family Orbits. That sounds good. I gotta get me save a copy for me. And Nick Tucker says, I seriously need to thank you, Brian K. Morris, as you are my latest patron on the Historical Fencing Guild. You don't know what $1 a month can do, not only to keep the lights on, but to keep my spirit in the gig. That's why we did it, brother. That's why we did it. So anyway, yeah, check out Patreon. There's some really cool creators, such as the Historical Fencing Guild, Mr. Nick Tockert. If you loved what he did on Tuesday night on Clever Tile Pending, you will love his page. This weekend, I'm going to be blowing some time going through all the cool stuff he's got there. Also, check out other people like John B. Pica and his Impossibilist page, the League of Impossibilists, as well as Bobby Nash has a wonderfully packed Patreon page. What did you think I was going to say? And also, I have one too. So please support your local creator. Just $1 a month does a lot to lift our spirits seriously. And hi, Amy. Amy has joined Pulp Reality #2, and I will be in that book too. I've got to write a story for it. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff for you and a couple other people this coming year. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm glad Amy's one of us now in the Stormgate Press umbrella. Stormgate Press has released its first comic book written, created, and drawn by Charles Davenport. You will love The Family Orbits. And what TV vehicle asks Amy Hill? I'd love to own Baby from Supernatural. Good choice. Good choice. And I should have realized you'd say that. Cindy kept one of her books is Mindstorm. As a physician, Kala never expected to be assigned to a peace treaty negotiation, especially with someone who hates her for having a disability. Seriously, check out her work, please. And Grant Lankard says, I'm not depressed for any specific reason. I'm just ready for it to be January 20th. Yeah. I thought I'd be ready for it to be Wednesday morning and we'd know, but what the hell? Well, it's like, I said, we are just so used to, knowing from the projections who will be the winner by before the 10 o'clock news starts, before your nightly news starts, and then for sure by about 1 or 2 in the morning. And this one is like we are caught in a time loop. And we're not getting out of it anytime soon. It's got to break sometime. Lacey Lemke, though, has the answer. GoFundMe for Silas Slaughter, a dark comic that this lady is writing. I've seen the artwork for it. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And, of course, it is powered by she looks so sweet. She looks like an angel. Her mind is twisted like spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? There is something damaged in this poor girl that comes out in dark prose, and I love her for it. She is great. She is a fantastic writer. So please support this book. I have supported it myself. So give Lacey some encouragement. Even $1 or just sharing this message will help her so much. So please do. Carlene from YouTube says it's before noon and I'm drinking coffee, folks. Not that conductive for Aunt Donna's comments. So lurking, yeah, you need to get your snoot tanked up and everything to really bring out the Aunt Donna we love and adore. So and also tonight will be probably either the Drunken Rant or the Green Door, or a Green Door Drunken Rant with Uncle Carl and Aunt Donna on the Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. So contact Carl or Carlene to get into that. You must have a good sense of humor and you must be impossible to offend. If you are triggerable, you better stay the hell out of there, and or contact me. Chris McQuillan says, any authors available this Sunday to attend Toy Man Show in St. Louis, please contact Chris McQuillan. He will get you a table. He will love having you there. And hey, Lurker Donna. And Chris McQuillan, or want to attend future events, yeah, get on his list. When he says maybe I'll be able to get back down there too. Hope you guys are weathering the storm down there. We are looking in Indiana on the scale. What is it? Kokomo has just gone into the purple scale, which is basically they're going to board up the city until it gets better. We are on orange alert because of the idiots at Purdue University. Well, I'm 19. I am immune to all harm. Yep, let's have a COVID party. Yep. Under the sheets. And so we are in orange. We are looking at possibly restrictions close to Illinois, where they have rolled back the allowing seating in restaurants. Although, I'm looking at a couple in Watsika. I'm hoping they're open this weekend because there's a couple places there I really, really like. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll get through this together, my friends. We will get through this together. Magi Jake Lindsay, my friend, how are you? How are you? I am great this morning, Magi Jake. Thank you for being on the show last night with Willow Schuyler. And I literally just woke up. Well, yeah, way to go. Getting up early before the crack of noon. I'm proud of you. Anyway, Brian Rodman, head on over to brianrodman.com and check out the horror fantasy comic series Memoirs of an Angel. It's about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, and you can join the adventure today. Issue 7, I believe, just had a successful Kickstarter. Brian has just mailed them out and is hard on work on the next issue, so please check it out. It's a great book. I have read the early issues. It is a joy. And she won't be so lurky tonight, Sarah. Yep, she's got to hold up half the show, so, and Uncle Carl. So it's going to be fun. And there we go, Instagram, PT Smooth. Check out his new web comic. It is good stuff. And Brian Rodman, also this week, our amazing Kickstarter backers have been receiving their copies of Memoirs of an Angel issue 6. Okay, I was wrong on the number. I apologize. As much as I love creating the comics, my favorite part of creating is seeing so many people get excited to receive the new installment of the series. I think that even beats holding the book in my hands for the first time beneath the sheets. But anyway, that I understand that feeling. It was just such a joy to when I did my Spencer Spook campaign a couple of years ago to get the stuff in the mail and get some feedback from it, and people saying this is good stuff. You know, it's like we're going to be doing more than 2021. I promise. Rising Tide Publications will take care of your entertainment needs, I promise. And Trevor Hawkins, hello to you, Trevor. Hope you're doing well. Just as you saw, I just finally got your text from yesterday. I was kind of the phone yesterday, and I'm sorry. But anyway, I hope you're doing well, brother. And by the way, Trevor, you got some cool compliments last night about your book covers on Willow's Pillow Talk, so you'll have to tune into that. And give that video a like, please. And tonight, tune in to the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you thought last Tuesday's Clever Tile Painting was a trip, you will enjoy the Historical Fencing Guild. Yes, you will. And also check out the Historical Fencing Guild YouTube page, because he's got all kinds of great stuff on there, including a series that his Patreon people saw first. And he's now letting us watch it, but it's battling the supernatural with bladed weapons, and I'm really digging what I'm watching so far. Sorry to go, says David Atkins, but I had a bad day yesterday. My wife's PTSD kicked in from social media and the talk of the election. She comes from a bad past where anger ruled, so I'm trying to help her. David, good luck with that, man. Seriously. Social media right now is so freaking toxic. You know, I'm having to tune out people I agree with. Because even right now, everybody is so vitriolic and, you know, blaming the other one for everything that's going on. And it's like, I'm limiting myself to 3 sessions per day of maximum of 15 minutes, 5 if I can, if I must, on Facebook, because it is so toxic. I'm spending more time on YouTube again if I'm going out at all, and I'm avoiding Twitter like the dumpster fire it usually is. So, David, good luck and much love to you and your wife. You guys hold on to each other, and you both will get through this. I know. Brian Wetzoff says we'll still have to do something together. You come on our show, and we will hop on yours. There we go, under the sheets. And Bill Sarn says, take a much-needed break from the nonstop election results nightmare, more like non-results, by clicking on Sarnard 76, the artwork of Bill Sarn, and join the far out and groovy people for all things from yesteryear. Because of finishing up a birthday commission, I'm showing Blast from the Past sketches. So check out the artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. Check it out. That is a feel-good page if ever there was one. Yep, that's what the French say. And I took one just before the show. Brian Rodman says, absolutely, Brian Wenzoff. I'll be sending you a message later today. See, this. We talked last night. Willow talked about our network here, our network of friends and co-conspirators, and how awesome it is. There's your evidence right there. All right. Phil Thompson says, let's see, know any sites where, sorry about that, Philip. Know any sites where I can promote my website, my webcomics? Do a search on Facebook for webcomics and maybe add the word promotion or promoting to it and see what comes up. I'm sure there are. I don't do webcomics, so I'm not really well versed in that. If any of you know any sites, listen for Philip, okay? And Carl Wisman says, bye, David. Good luck. Seriously, David, good luck with that. Keep us posted, okay? And actually do have Alexa in my car. It's kind of glitchy, but handy, says Amy Hale. Yeah, mine only seems to work when Joe Dog McKeel is talking to it. A couple weeks ago, he made Alexa go off like the bridge of the Enterprise and the Klingons and the Romulans were both attacking simultaneously. It was it was kind of funny because I'm watching in the studio, not this studio, but the studio Cookie and I share in the next room, and Joe Dog was saying things. I didn't have my earbuds in. I had the speaker going for Stupid O'Clock last week, and Joe Dog is saying all these things for the gal to do, and she's doing them, and I'm like, Alexa, quiet. Alexa, be quiet. Alexa, shut up. Alexa, shut the up. I'm yelling at Alexa to, rein it back a little. And it was funny. It's funny in retrospect, but at the time, I'm like, Joe Dog, we got to talk. Anyway, Sarah, she better not be lurking tonight, Carl. Too hilarious to be a lurker. Definitely. And speaking of Joe Dog McKeel, there's a real life kid in production now. They are called Teslas. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Ring Bookie comes as Brian Wetzloff, mangling the language. All right. Doing to them what terror does in the boys comic book. Condemned Courier from Cindy Kemp. Carl hasn't much liked Austrians since his family lost their property in a treaty, but when their courier saves his life on the way home to stop genocide, he might have to reconsider the work of Cindy Kemp. Also check out CKOEPP.com. It's got a PP. Christian Basil just died right now. Anyway, Nick Tucker, there is a YouTube channel. Check that out. You're gonna get some good entertainment. Why, thank you, Sarah, says Carly. Carlene, I promise I'll be on my best bad behavior. You have a standard to live down to, young lady. See that you do. I got your back, says Grant Lankard. If anyone gives you grief about being behind in the comments, I think the two of us combined can take them. Grant, they couldn't take one of us if they had the other one helping. You know what I'm saying, brother? Glad to have you backing me up here. I need it. And Brian Rodman says, if your body is ready for epic shenaniganery, then head on over to YouTube and check out the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, where Jeremy Woodring and myself interview some amazing creators, Fez heads included. We have an absolute blast getting to know people's stories and discuss the joys and struggles of the indie business. And today is Jeremy's birthday. Oh my gosh. So as a gift to him, head on over to the bit.ly Dastardly Dingoes and subscribe today. Definitely. Well, good. Happy birthday, Jeremy Woodring. You're an awesome dude, man. Glad to meet you on the Dastardly Dingo show. Seriously, it was a good time, and you'll have a good time watching it too. It's a fun show. And all right, indie comic creators, I'm looking for an independent in the spirit of J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl. We need some quippy spy thrills. There was a series by Peter David from Dark Horse a few years ago. It was Peter David and Pop Mahan called Spy Boy. That was really, really good. It was kind of fun. It was about a kid who his brain was infused with he's like a high schooler, but he's been programmed to be like a grown-up James Bond type. And it kicks in at the wrong times. It was a really clever series, really good stuff. I would recommend that, and I think you can find that on Hoopla. I haven't looked. I think I did see it on Hoopla, but you almost certainly can get it on Comixology. So just a thought. That's mine. Spy Boy from Dark Horse Comics. Why, you're welcome, Carly, says Sarah. Better be on your best naughty behavior. That's how we roll under the sheets. And Brian K. Morris, Supercar, is that related to Captain Scarlet and the Mysterians? Yes, it's by Jerry Anderson. This came out in the early mid-'60s, and it was about Mike Mercury, who drove a special jet car that could be used on land, sea, air, and space. And it was a really good show, at least when I watched it when I was 8 years old. Like I said, it doesn't quite hold up as well now. But I still love the concept of Supercar, but I think all in all, I'd rather have a Batmobile. Oh, and there she is, my darling Anna Maria Salvaggio. Good morning, sweetheart. Hugs. How is everyone doing today? Better now that you're here, Anna Maria. How are you this morning, hon? Oh, meaning to talk to you this last week. Check in on you. Hope you're doing okay, hon. Reels and Heels movie recommendation, Love and Monsters, starring Dylan O'Brien. Very okay. I haven't seen that. Well, of course, I just recently learned, films have to talk now. They're talkies. And Charles Evans, want to know more about Captain Hawkland? Check out choosetheadventure.net and follow the page. Definitely do that, and pick up Pulp Reality out December 1st. There's going to be two Captain Hawkland stories in there. 7 years after the month's apocalypse, says Brian Wentzloff, Joel Dawson, along with the rest of humanity, has been living underground ever since giant creatures took control of the land. After reconnecting over the radio with his high school sweetheart, Amy, who is now 80 miles away at a coastal colony, Joel begins to fall again. As Joel realizes there's nothing left for him underground, he decides to venture out to Amy despite all the dangerous monsters that stand in his way. Oh, okay, that sounds pretty good. I'd watch that. And Anna Marie Salagio, looks like I came in at the right time. Coffee, my kind of conversation. Hubby Val says, hello, Val, how are you? And sends his best, or our best back to him. I've got you on the iPad for both of us. Well, cool. Well, good morning, Val and Anna Maria. And Anna Maria, you might check out Willow's Pillow Talk on the Willow Schuyler page on YouTube. I was on there with author Michaela Jade, and we had fun last night. You might get a chuckle or two out of it. Magi Jake Lindsay says there is the Magi Jake Gospel Magician. Feel free to like it. Definitely like that. And if you're watching us on the Rising Tide Publications page or on let's see, and yes, there is someone there. If you haven't already, please like the page. Also, we are on the Indie Vent page, and there'll be another Indie Vent in a couple of weeks coming to you soon. That's going to be a lot of fun. And Nick Tockard says, and please look up Nebula 75 on the Century 21 YouTube channel. Yes, I've caught a couple episodes of that. That's a cool homage to the work of Jerry Anderson. Also, Jerry Anderson did a few live action shows that really hold up well. One is called UFO with Ed Bishop. About a secret organization pledged to defend the Earth against alien invasion. And it only lasted like 1 or 2 seasons, but it's a fantastic show. We got the DVDs of that. And also there was another one. I wish they would, I don't know if it's out on DVD. I wish it was, but it was a half-hour show called also, they did Space 1999. That's got its own channel on YouTube, and that's a great show with Martin Landau, Barbara Bain, Barry Moore, and Tony Onhold, who was also in another Jerry Anderson show called The Protectors with Robert Vaughn of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and Nairi Dawn Porter of Upstairs Downstairs. And that's a fun show about a trio of freelance vigilantes, I guess you'd call them, who would run stings and basically battle bad guys that the law couldn't touch. It was a fun show. Used to run on Sunday nights in my market, and I really enjoyed it. Carl Witzman says, I might remember something that happened in the 80s. You're really expecting a lot there, Brian. Yeah, I have trouble remembering stuff from the aughts. I can remember the 80s and 70s with crystal clarity, though. I think my comments were messing up last night. They weren't showing. Jake, most of them were showing, Jake, but because we had a lot of comments, and of course, Michaela and I had a lot to say, as did Willow Schuyler. So not all of the comments got on the screen, and I'm sorry, but we loved your participation. We're glad to have at least mentioned you on there. I genuinely need to brag on my co-host Jeremy Woodring, says Brian Rodman. Rarely do you meet someone who is as dedicated to professionalism and friendship as he is. I am so thankful for him and his dedication to his craft. Check out jeremywoodring.com and see how he can help your creative endeavor expand and reach more folks. He has made all of my Kickstarter videos and does all the amazing editing work as the producer of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. His work is phenomenal. Yeah, he did a job on that. I asked him a few weeks ago to get me some rates on some videos I want to do, but I heard back from him, but I don't think he's gotten around to figure out what he can charge yet. So anyway, thanks for the show idea, guys. I now want to do a famous movie TV vehicles. Yeah, I hope I can be on that one. I'll preach for the Batmobile every day. And don't forget Speed Buggy and the Mystery Machine. Yes, good calls, Trevor. Good calls, Trevor. Yeah, especially the Mystery Machine, especially if Daphne and Velma come with it. Under the Sheets. Grant Lankard, favorite TV video, any car from Wacky Races. Pat Pending is my favorite. Oh my gosh, yes. What a great show. And Magi Jake Lindsay, I'd love to drive the Optimus Prime semi. Oh, good choice there, too. And Brian Wentzloff, isn't that the Dylan O'Brien movie, says Nick Tockard? I think it is. That sounds Carl Westman says, I think I'll change my vehicle choice to George Jetson's car. I want to change it into a briefcase. Yeah, there we go. Now that's a thought. Good one. I would love to have Kit, says Susan Basham, with the voice of either Tom Hiddleston or Patrick Stewart. But knowing my luck, I'd end up with Christine. Yeah. That's true. No one's voted for Christine. I wonder why. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, I had a 1961 VW sedan. It was Hitler's model, 2 feet bigger than a regular bug, and I could fit 4 tall guys from the Navy base in the back seat comfortably. I almost said continually, not knowing what your past was like. But anyway, bought it from the original owner for $950 in Philly when we stationed on the aircraft carrier. Hence, the 4 guys named her Wanda. Miss her. Yeah, it's kind of funny how you missed your old cars. I used to have a 1976 AMC Gremlin I loved dearly. And one of the things, like I said, I keep telling people what I loved about it was it didn't nickel and dime me. It just stopped working. He traded it in. I traded it on another 76 AMC Gremlin. I was so happy. Cindy Kepp says, as much as Airwolf and Blue Thunder amuse, helicopters are not safe for twitchy folks, so I have to go with a Viper. Ooh, nice choice there. Bill Sarton says the 1966 Batmobile wins the contest hands down. I was fortunate to be able to get my photo taken behind the wheel of one of the actual Batmobiles used in the TV series. I stopped smiling for hours afterwards. I hear you on there. I felt the same way when I met Julie Newmar. Agreed. The 60s Batmobile was awesome. Oh, definitely. And who cares if it drives? I could just sit in and it looks so cool. Well, Carleen, you look cool anyway. So it would just be gilding the lily. Amanda Tockert says Nicholas Tockert is listening as we enjoy the staycation as we watch the show. Look up her books. Amanda Tockert on Amazon. She is a fine author. She's got 2 of them out already, with a 3rd one in the pipeline. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Nick, for that notice there. And I drive by. We have a friend in Fowler who we check on. She's wheelchair bound. We do check on her. She's a friend of Cookie's, and every time we drive by there, we see that the Fowler Library doesn't have any cars in it. Is it closed? And Nick, are you doing your library moment? Joe Dog McKeel, the Clampett truck was a 1921 Oldsmobile Model 43A touring car. Wow, they did some renovation on that one. Thank you, Joe Dog McKeel. That's the sort of stuff you learned if you watch Stupid O'Clock Thursdays and Saturdays. Check it out. Also, check out their Facebook page. Animal Eye, Kin May plays a crazy crow in a Renaissance-era game playtesting scenario that has odd techie quirks. That book out from Amazon. That is her latest one. You can also get it from bearerpublications.com. It's great. And Die Hard is the Christmas movie, says Carly. She has spoken, thus it is so. And Susan Basham says it's not Christmas until the credits roll on Die Hard. That's right. And who couldn't use a cheery yippee-yi-yo-tie-yay, Also, check out Bruce Willis has a brand new commercial out. He stars in, it's a 2-minute movie for Die Hard batteries. And it has some of the cast from Die Hard in it, and he plays John McClane. It is so funny. It really is. You got to check it out. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, you can get kits for a lot of the fandom vehicles. I'm working towards building the mule from Firefly for my brown coats. In the meantime, I am looking at wrapping my Cian to mimic it for cons. Ooh, I like how you think, young lady. I like how you think. And the original Skyman battles the Master of Steam. Nazis gets a slug to the mug. That's right, folks. This book is available on Amazon for $20. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get free shipping. Please check it out. It's a great old-time pulp adventure with cliffhangers and heroes and dauntless heroines and everything you could want in a feel-good book. Something you really need a feel-good book these days. But anyway, you can also contact me via Facebook Messenger or at briankevinmorris@gmail.com. I will sell you a copy for $20, and I will autograph it and send it out to you. How's that sound? So anyway, thank you, Cindy Kemp, for that. I appreciate you. And I am a simple man, says Nick Tockert. I would be content with either Magnum's Ferrari or the A-Team van. Oh, good choices there. I'm having fun with this subject. And one of the fun ones I've been in wrote it for the Lexington Parade one year was the Mystery Machine. The detail on the interior was amazing. Very cool. And it's held to be popular on the interwebs. Isn't it, though? You would know, wouldn't you? And hey, Brian, says Kelly Austin, a question, if I may. What pulp and or literary character has had the most influence on your writing throughout your life, if any? That's an excellent question. Stylistically, I've probably been more influenced by, and these names are old names, but three rather, of the pioneers of the 70s adventure books, probably Don Pendleton, who created the Executioner or the Mac Bolan series, also spin-offs like Able Team and such, and Richard Sapir and Warren Murphy, who created Remo Williams, the Destroyer. There was a 1983 movie with Fred Ward called Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins, and it's based on those adventure books. Stylistically, those guys probably had the biggest influence on my work. Harlan Ellison to a small degree. I wish it had been more. I'd be a better writer. But characters, I would have to say Doc Savage, The Shadow, Mac Bolan, Remo Williams, a very short-lived character called the Chameleon. That's where I learned the phrase "Don't get mad, get even." And Doug Hubler, who wrote only one book, a really good inspirational book. He's the one who gave me the trick on which I use in Santa Stein and in Volcana of editing one ending one chapter with certain semblance of words, and then starting the next one with something that calls back to it, such as let's see. For instance, let me find a good example here. And what plans are those, Barry? Angelique asked, despite her fear that she already knew the answer. This is from Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion. And he goes, my plans? He giggled, to finish what I started in that motel room a few months ago. Chapter 18. Finish what you started? Angelique realized her knuckles had turned ivory from gripping Vulcan's shield so desperately. I don't know what fantasies you've been keeping, but you aren't. I believe it there. Let's see. What else? Do we have another good one? Here we go. Going into 24, going into 25. She dropped her smile and ran a hand over her chest plate. So by having this conversation, we're both in a lot of trouble, aren't we? Vulcan grinned conspiratorially. Only if we get caught. Chapter 25. Yes, I got caught, Barry said, speaking towards the pool of water in his bathroom sink. I'm so sorry to have failed, but she somehow got the armor of Vulcan's champion as well as his powers. See? So that's what we do. Anyway, so Doug Hubler, thank you forever. And Nick Tockard says, wait. We are talking vehicles in the 80s. The TARDIS. Why didn't I think of that? The TARDIS. Oh my gosh. I'd have room for all my comic books. I could go back and get the back issues at cover price. And thanks to Joe Dog, StreamYard has added a feature. Now you can individually control host and guest microphone volumes. Really?
Did I hear somebody talk about the Stardust?
The Stardust. Yes, there we go. From Big Finish, the One Doctor, with the guys from Little Britain on it, and it's a blue porta potty. It can't travel in time, but it travels in space. And when it's activated, when its engine's activated, instead of that grinding, wheezing sound, you hear flushing over and over again.
Portaloo.
The Portaloo, yes. Cookie and I were driving when we were playing the audio for that, and damn near ran off the road with our laughter. That was great. You doing okay, honey?
Yeah.
Good. We're behind in comments.
You didn't wait until I was sitting down.
No, I didn't. No, I know. It's such a shock, right?
Well, I guess you need to cut the comments off now, and then you'll be done.
This is why Cookie isn't the host of this show. She has no idea how this works.
I wouldn't be the host anyways.
Well, that's true. You wouldn't show up on air.
No, I'm the hostess. You're
the hostess. Well, that's true. That's true. Two big reasons. Anyway, and we can have a hand puppet instead of her on here. And Anna Marie Salvaggio says, yes, TARDIS, happy dreamy sigh. Yeah, I think we finally found a winner, but we would also expand the TARDIS long enough to get the Batmobile inside. Anyway, feels like America's being forced to choose between Creed and Nickelback. Oh my God, Joe Dog. Joe Dog wins the show. Joe Dog wins the show. That is the perfect comment for the current election. Oh my God. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, and it's one of those things where, you can listen to Creed, but Nickelback, you just can't stand them because they're all, because they're jerks. But yeah, it's that is a very apt comparison, Joe Dog. Thank you very much. Oh my God, that is funny. That is funny. Or everything is just like Feelings by Morris Albert, which, back in the 70s is like, that's the song everyone was sick to tears of. But and everyone was singing it, doing cover versions. And I like it now. I go back and listen to it and I can handle it. But at the time, I'm like, I would turn off the radio. Creed and Nickelback. Oh my God, Joe Dog, you're a genius. And speaking of genius, Larry at Rebel Gaming Word. Brother, how you doing? It's good to see you up early this morning, man. Hope you are doing well. Hey, Rebel Gaming, out the Rebel Gaming channel on YouTube. It is a great, great discussion. They're on late at night talking comics, talking gaming, talking about pop culture. And it's always a fun, fun show. And even if I don't have time to stay for the whole thing, I always make sure to give that video a like when I'm there. And I am a subscriber. And I hope in my own humble way I am helping. Larry, it is good to see you, man. If you got anything to talk about with your comics and all, leave a link down below because you are welcome to do so, my friend. Brian Robbins says, man, PlasmaFireGraphics.com does amazing work. There's so many talented folks in this community. I love it. Yeah, seriously. Like we talked about last night on Willow Skylar's show, Willow's Pillow Talk. Our group, Brian, and you're part of this. Larry's part of it. Joe Dog, Anna Maria, and all of them, all of you, that we are competitive, but with ourselves. And I think Michaela Jade agreed with me last night that we keep working because there's plenty of room at the table. And what you have to do though is you have to pull up a chair and get in. And I work just to make sure that, like, if Charles F. Millhouse and Archie Cunningham are going to dinner, they find me worthy to come with them because I'm doing what I need to do. So anyway, yeah, that's why this community amazes me. And somebody asked the other day, what percentage is like really creative, and I have to say just about all of you. With very few exceptions, but if nothing else, if you're not creating, you're at least appreciating what the creative half of this group does. So anyway, Joe Dog, we had Joe Dog. He's up next after Carl Wisman on YouTube saying, yeah, Donna just loved our last trip to Kokomo in the blizzard. We will try not to make you do that. And I promise if there's a blizzard, Brian ain't going either. So, Carl, it wasn't me, says Joe Dog McKeel. It was in the works. Our request may have pushed it in the queue. Oh, man, how cool. I'm going to check that out. I may be reaching out to you, Joe Dog, to figure out how to do it. Man, I don't remember getting a message on that. Of course, I haven't checked this morning. And City Cat says, go, Teresa, go, Teresa, go, Teresa. And Brian Wensoff says, definitely. And Ted Davies Artistry says, thank you, Brian, for all you do. Thank you, Nevermorians. Have a great weekend. Ted Davies, you probably moved on by now, but thank you for being here, brother. Check out Ted Davies' brand new podcast on TedDaviesArtistry.com, Ted Davies Artistry on Facebook, Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. Please subscribe to all of that, and you will be great. You'll be gladly rewarded for it. And many hugs for Mr. Pica. Thank you, Susan Basham. I appreciate that. And so I'm sure John does too. And you deserve the credit for the push, Joe Dog. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, seriously. That was so much fun watching the look of horror on the StreamYard lady's face as you were telling all the things you guys were doing with her program. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't know we could do that. It's like, Joe, proud of you, Joe. Joe Dog McKeel says, forkerism's not a good word for those with dyslexia. No, that's when it's the most fun, man. And Carly Colleen, condolences on your loss, John. Bill Sarton says, Archie Campbell created spoonerism stories on the Hee Haw back in the 70s. Nobody was funnier. I agree. What was it? Beeping Slooty. That was it. Beeping Slooty, and was it Woe Knight and the Devon Swartz, things like that. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, how is your nano today, sweetheart? Been following along on Patreon. Follow both of us on Patreon. She's Remelon, and check her out. She's a great, great creator. We're nanoing analog for now, but I'll be back at it hard on Monday. They're coming to install the new motherboard in BC. Well, good for you. Good to get that upgrade there. I'm about 1 day behind, all things considered. Yesterday, I only got about 500 words in, but I'm planning on some serious finger use this weekend. Shut up, Christian. And catching up real soon. But we've been posting on our blog, which is available, which is readable by the public at Patreon. Brian K. Morris, all lowercase. Do a search for that, and do a search for Remelon too. She is an amazing creator, and I love her. And I gotta hook up with some of your broadcasts too, because you are a fun gal. You really are. I'm so glad we're friends. Cindy kept feeling swamped in Rise and Rescue Volume 1. When a hacker passes out cheat codes to noobs, the game's AI goes insane. Leaf and his party charge into the corrupted sector to rescue a party of level 1 players. Wow. I dig your Game Blitz stuff, Cindy. You are fantastic. CKOEPP.com. Check her out. She deserves to be checked out by you. Just like a good library book. Anyway, and for what everyone's thinking, Christian, Carl, Brian, go to HR. Anyway, another new StreamYard feature, clickable links in the private chat area. Oh, that's a help. Oh my God, Joe Dog McKeel. Dude, if I don't see a message from StreamYard, I don't know if I'm getting all of those, but man, that's good news. StreamYard is the platform, obviously, that we are using for these shows. And man, one thing I complimented the lady on was the fact that even the free stuff, you get more with it. A lot of services are like, well, we are restricting this, or we're putting this behind a paywall. But they're like, hey, here's all this cool stuff we're just going to give to you to make the service more attractive. It works so well. Charles F. Millhouse says Pulp Reality will primarily be available on Amazon, exclusive ebook too, but physical copies will eventually be found on the following websites: Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart. You will also find copies of Sean D. Hilton's Comics Cube in Kokomo, Indiana, and I will carry some too. And Sean D. Hilton, the man himself, Charles F. Millhouse, and I will mail them out as well. Definitely, and I will have some for mail order too. Sean D. Hilton, good to have you here. Comics Cube in Kokomo, Indiana. Are you having I said you might have broadcast tomorrow night, 6 or 6:30 p.m. But anyway, you can subscribe to his page and get notifications of when he's doing his next sales. Haven't caught the last couple. I've been busy as anything, Sean. But we're going to come and visit you sometime soon. I promise. And well, it's election day again, says Magi Jake Lindsay. You can't threaten us like that, young man. Enough of that kind of talk. And right now, if that Truman announces early that he won, I'm going to be so mad at him. I see Bill Murray making the sequel to Groundhog Day aptly called the Election Day. Doesn't it feel like it? Yeah. Historical Fencing Guild asked Anna Maria Salvaggio, fenced for 7 years prior to my time in the SCA. Taught my daughter, then put her in further lessons. Yeah, check out the Historical Fence Guild on YouTube tonight at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central with the calm and sedate Nick Tockard. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse, don't know what Comics Cubed is? Here is the Facebook presence right there. Check out that link. Lots of good stuff. Plus, you'll see a lot of videos from Sean D. Hilton announcing all the groovy new stuff coming into that shop every day. And I love that shop. I really do. It is intimate, shall we say. And Sean, how are you doing? Because I hear you guys on the COVID response thing are kind of in the purple range. We just turned orange, and we are expecting some restrictions in the next few days. The governor's going to announce this afternoon, I think, what they may be. And yeah, Baby from Supernatural and the GTO from Triple X. Oh yeah, Triple X. That's a great choice, Anna Maria. Thank you. And Amy Hale has a link there. Author Amy Hale on Facebook. Also, her Facebook group is Amy Hale's Angels. You can be a Hale's Angels just like me, or you can go to the interwebs and go to www.authoramyhale.com. She is a joy. So good to see you last Saturday. I'm just sorry things didn't conspire in our direction. Charles F. Millhouse, Comics Cubed is an official sponsor of Pulp Reality #1. And Rebel Gaming says, I will deliver the news on the Late Show, sir. Yes, you will, my friend. And it's always, and I love watching you, man. I really do. And I frequently lurk. But I'm glad you said something this morning, Larry. It is always a pleasure to see you, and I'm glad you're up this early. Larry has a late night show, and if it weren't for my wife's hours, I probably would never see it, but I do. I try to catch it whenever I can. He's an amazing broadcaster, an amazing creator. His Niobe Comics second issue of the latest series just went successfully funded on Kickstarter, and congratulations, Larry. Very proud of you, brother. Way to go. And Keith Brown, greetings from hell. Keith, you need to put in a link to your work on Amazon. That will, people will start to wonder about you. He's a very talented cartoonist. Very great talent there. And Anna Maria Salvaggio says, haven't decided if I'm going to brave it, but may venture up your way to Indianapolis for the Van Gogh exhibit. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Keep me posted. Let's, maybe we can coordinate or something if there's a restaurant open after this afternoon. The Green Door, Brian, Carl and Donna, I think that Brian turned your show into an X-rated movie. It's true, but I have a lot of help when in the green room. So, all it's missing is Marilyn Chambers. I'm missing Marilyn Chambers. She was the Ivory Snow Girl. She was pretty on those boxes. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS reached its 40K goal. Now let help Christian read 50,000 people. Hashtag under the sheets, beneath the sheets. Christian, we're so proud of him. He just recently got 40,000 likes on his Legend of the Traveling TARDIS page. Please check it out. He's got some great interviews with various actors, various people associated with the program, as well as people like Nick Briggs, Katie Manning, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann. He's getting a spate of really cool guests on there. Plus, he has some great discussions on there. I've been on a few episodes. It's a good time. Please check it out and give that page a like. Anna Maria Salvaggio, David Atkins will keep you and your wife in my thoughts and prayers. I'm limiting social right now and can sympathize. Yeah, a lot of us are. Here we go. This is going to be good. Amy Hale says, young heiress Ellie Manchester mourns the recent loss of her father, not knowing that she's next in line to die. That's a great plug there. Around that same time, Tanner Paxton moves in next door, but her newest neighbor is more than just a handsome face. He's been hired as her bodyguard to keep her safe. Get Ulterior Motives on ebook, paperback, or audiobook. I've read that book. It is a fantastic book from Amy Hale. She is great, and it's a great book to introduce yourself to the world of Amy Hale. She's a magnificent author. She really is. And she also adds prayers for you both, David, seriously, from all of us. And I'll buy that for $1, says Brian Winsoff. Cindy Cap says, up a tree in Rise and Rescue 2. When high-level players snipe noobs in a low-level area, Jamina and her party go to stop them. Check her out on Amazon. Rise and Rescue 1 and 2 proceeds go to the Australian wildfire rescue efforts. So you're not only getting some great entertainment, some great writing from Cindy Cap and other authors, you're also helping ease the results of the devastating Australian fire from earlier this year. So please check out the work of Cindy Cap on Amazon. Rick Bradley says, good morning, Nevermorians. Good to see you working, so I'll mainly be lurking in the background listening. Been a rough day, and people have forgotten how to treat other humans. Yeah, it's kind of a chronic condition anymore, but stay strong, Rick, and it was good seeing you Saturday, too. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, my birthday is the 20th. Look for an invite to the online party. Cool. I am planning a trip out to Lexington to eat my weight and take out sushi and gelato to go. You go, girl. It's good to see a young person with a goal, a positive goal. And the car I would pick, says Sarah, would be the Transporter movies. Oh, yeah. His license plate flips after he does a job under the sheets. So anyway, yeah, man, you guys and gals are coming up with some great ideas. And Cindy Cap, says Teresa Dunn. Cindy Cap, by the way, will be joining Teresa Dunn and myself this weekend at Imagine Other Worlds with Authors. Please go to the writer's room. .org. Also, they have a Facebook page, and check it out. We'll a YouTube page too, I believe, and they'll be broadcasting all weekend. I will be there with Aaron Casey, Cindy Kep, Jen Thompson, Teresa Dunn, and we are going to have some great panels, and you're going to learn a lot about this writing business. Cindy Kep Patreon, go support your favorite artistic sorts, including Brian K. Morris, thank you, Bobby Nash, S.L. Rowland, the League of Impossibles, the Historical Fencing Guild, Frozen Creek Studios, and other cool folks. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, even just $1 a month is such an attaboy. And you sign up for my page, give me $1 a month, and I love you like anything. I really do. Plus, we provide a lot of content. And currently, that's where you can track our progress for National Novel Writing Month, all right? Whether we make it or not. Animalize from Cindy Kep. Jake plays Nahi the Mountain Shepherd in a playtesting scenario if he can figure out his partner's jokes. Check it out on Amazon. Check it out from bearpublications.com and be awaiting that graphic novel coming soon. And did Christian not mention the TARDIS for a vehicle? And Christian fell asleep, I think. Well, he was up late last night. Aha! And Trevor Hawkins says, James Bond's Aston Martin, the old one. Yes, definitely the original. That's a classic set of wheels there. And I play him? And Nick Talker says, Brian K. Morris, my favorite Jerry Anderson show probably was Space Precinct. It really was a universe on par with Star Trek and Star Wars. Great fun. I remember catching a few of those. I forgot about that show. Good call, Nick. Thank you. And Carleen says, too bad you can't get a screenshot of them sleeping, Carl. Work at it, Carl. We need that. And true that, Carly, drooling screenshot. And there she is. Hello, all from my darling author, Michaela Jade, my co-star, or actually, I was her co-star last night on Willow's Pillow Talk. And Michaela, I had a great time. You were fantastic. Hope I didn't talk too much for you, but you were amazing last night. Well worth listening to. Please check out that show on YouTube. You'll be glad you did. And you're fine, my friend. I totally understand with the comments. Yeah, seriously, it's just, and I wasn't in control last night, Jake. I was just, I was hanging on. I was along for the ride last night, but here I rule. That's why you're so far behind. Anyway, I do have Photoshop skills, just saying. That's right. And I'll be sending you a checklist from last night for Michaela's. Anyway, although Kit would be fun, says Cindy Kep, I seriously like driving, so having a self-driving car would be lovely. There's that. That's true. And do it, Carl. Says Sarah, do it. Do it now. Under the sheets. And Amanda Tockard, good to see you. Wow, Fowler Library is open. We just get a lot of bookers. Oh my God, you got zombies there? Holy crap! Oh my God, I'll be bringing my axe and the baseball bat with the barbed wire around it. Okay, that's good to see, Amanda. I'm glad. I keep telling my wife when we drive by that I need to drop in there and give her a tour of the place. And miss you in the library. I hope we can do something sometime soon, depending on the governor and the idiot kids from Purdue. And Black Beauty from Green Hornet. Another winner there. Trevor, good call, brother. Good call. I love that car. And Brian's settled. You'll be a guest on the movie TV vehicle episode. We'll see. Hope me or Rodman, one of the two. You got Brian's to choose from here. And the Siren from Warriors Tribute from Cindy Kep. Out of a team of avid gamers, how could an opera singer hold the key to the scenario? Check her work out on Amazon and find out. Seriously, I endorse this girl. You got to get her work. And if you're seeking reviews, if you need help writing one, you need Amazon reviews made less impossible for useful. I was about to say useful. No, a useful template. Yes, we have a book, Amazon Reviews Made Less Impossible. We put it out almost 2 years ago, and it's been a good seller, and you'll find out why when you pick up an e-copy of it for I believe it's $1.99 on Smashwords and on Amazon. It will teach you how to write an honest review on it. It doesn't have to be positive, but it has to be honest. It helps the author in many ways and not just from learning from your criticism. And we also provide a template that makes it easy and quick to do. So thank you, Cindy Kep, for that plug there. Love your reading. Such a great tease for your book. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we were teasing the books last night. You know what I would do, Carl, but out of respect, I'm not going to lick the spine tonight, but I'm thinking about it. Oh, yeah. I am thinking about it. And Bill Sargent says, got to get going, work on my commissions. Have a great weekend. Make sure to tune into Grumpy Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and place your bets on when Aunt Donna will fall out of her chair and have to finish the show from the floor. Vaya good dias, amigos. Happy trails to you till we meet again, Bill Sargent. Yeah, check out the Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant tonight on the Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. You can get an invite if you contact Donna Carlene or Carl Witzman or me. But you must have a sense of humor, and you better not be easily triggered. It could go badly for you. But that'll be a fun time tonight. Also, get a second computer and watch the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube tonight with Nick Tockert, because he's awesome. There she is, Willow Schuyler. Wow. Thank you for the great compliment. If only you knew the truth. Let's have the truth, Willow. Is it something I'd be interested in? Anyway, no, it was great sharing a pillow with you and Michaela last night under the sheets. And no, I had a great time, Willow, and I can't wait to come back again. We got to get you on Clever Tile Pending. And good morning, everyone, from Willow Schuyler, north of up there in the Northern Lights. And hi, Cookie, from Anna Maria Salvaggio. Hashtag Cookie's gonna throw down. It says Brian Rodman, hashtag feed Cookie, and hashtag Cookie laughs is the best. It certainly is. The rest of her ain't bad either. Just saying. And Cookie is the other hostess with the mostest. Yes, she is. And Anna Maria Salva. What's that, honey? Yes, I am, she says. You probably could hear her from there. Anyway, neat. Creed and Nickelback crying here. Val and I are losing it. Yeah, seriously, that is the best description of the of this thing that has proven not only to be the recent elections or lack thereof, but the whole year in general. Yeah, here's your screenshot, Carl, right here. Creed and Nickelback, yeah, that's what this year has been. So, oh my goodness. Anyway, welcome to 2020. Thank God we're almost through it. It'll be years before we find out who our president is. Let's get back to your comments real fast. Here we go. Philip Thompson says, getting more likes on my webcomics on Instagram. That's great news, Phil. Keep up the good work. Glenn B. Fleming, the girls at work would call me Glenn Medeiros. I can't think why. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's great, Glenn. Oh, Amy Hale says, hey, I like Nickelback and I won't apologize, and you can't shame me for it. I'm unshameable when it comes to things I like. No, that's not code for something political. I really do like Nickelback. Amy, I like some of their music. I just find mostly the lead singer a little bit, and I read accounts of him and I'm like, what a dick. Anyway, but no, that's he doesn't show up in my playlist. By the way, I have two very voluminous playlists on YouTube: Music I Dig and More Music I Dig. So please check them out sometime. I think you'll like getting a glimpse into my twisted taste in music. Anna Maria Salvaggio, I love this community. I'm big on lift as you climb. There's plenty of room at the table, and when one succeeds, we all do. Exactly. That's what Rising Tide is about, Anna Maria. And I tell people I don't want a bigger piece of the pie. I want to grow the pie for everyone. That way my piece gets bigger anyway. So, yeah, seriously, it's total Rising Tide here. There's room at the table, and all you got to do is pull up a chair and get something done. Carly Colleen, Brian, don't make promises. Mother Nature can't keep. The weather was wonderful in Illinois, got crappy in Indiana. Although lately our weather's been, last few years, our weather's been pretty even with yours. Although to hear Bill Sargent tell it, it's like, we've got the wrath of God coming down here, and then we get a gentle rain shower over here. I don't know if Bill's exaggerating or what, or his standards for bad weather are a little more precise than mine. But no, Iowa gets hit pretty hard, and it gets a little better when it gets to you guys. But still, yeah, I'm one of those guys, when I've got to travel, I check the weather every day. I really do. And I've started checking since Cookie has to work in it now. So, weather. If you need artwork for Bill, for Book Swag, Sarnart 76 did fantastic work on Cindy Kepps. Yes, he did. He drew some stompy robots that are a joy to look at. In fact, I was looking at them last night when I was working on the book. And here we go. We got some more comments coming up, and I'm slowly catching up, slowly that is. And make sure you check out Battle of Athens Nerds tonight at 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Central. I am going to be battling for nerd supremacy against a woman from Britain, Willow Schuyler. Our freedom lies in the outcome. Will the British Isles take us back? Glenn Fleming is going, oh, hell no, we aren't. So anyway, check out tonight. Willow Schuyler is going to be bringing the nerd knowledge that only she possesses, and is going to whip some British butt. I have total faith in you, Willow. If anyone needs cover art or promotional materials, I've started taking limited client work again. Talk to Anna Maria Salvaggio, because she's awesome. And Nick Talker says, Joe Dog, sorry, didn't get back to you Thursday. My derpy self didn't remember your last name with your handle. You could have asked me, Nick. I would gladly tell you who the Joe Dog is. And thank you, sweetheart. I'm Remillion, literally everywhere online. Glad to help, darling. Glad to help. Let's get you some more attention. You sure as hell deserve it. Rick Bradley, I'm way behind on NaNoWriMo. Between depression and trying to figure out paying bills and get Christmas along with a million other things, I'm shutting down. I don't like it. Rick, just power through it, man. It's all I can recommend. You know you've got support, and if you need to talk, all right. Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with depression too a little bit. That's probably why I didn't have much output yesterday. And it's funny. I get this kind of weird depression where I can tell it's affecting me, but my mood is not as bad as it could be. It's really odd, but I think that's part of it, and a lot of distractions yesterday. And no, I wasn't refreshing the Associated Press screen every 2 minutes to find out who the president is. We may never know. We may be on autopilot the next 4 years. I can handle that. The Fall of the Invincible Man in Avatars of Web Server by Cindy Kep. Consummate gamer. Harv thinks he's got all figured out, but the game has other ideas. Man, that sounds so good, Cindy. I got to load up on your stuff. I really do. And Anna Maria Salvaggio, that is awesome. I was 12 years in, says Nick Tockard. Cindy Kep says, need book covers? Go to mattostrom.com. That's who does Cindy's, and he is great. He is terrific talent. And Nick Tockard scared the chickens with his barking laugh over that calm and sedate remark. They probably all gave eggs at that moment, or they may never give eggs again. We may have traumatized them. The election is like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck arguing over what season it is. Says Jake Lindsay. Yes. Great. Oh my God, that's a great simile there. Matt Shore says, so hey, there's no better way to celebrate the weekend or escape the political situation, but then by checking out a Kickstarter about a guy hunting monsters for a living. I could not endorse that statement more, Matt Shore. Check out that Kickstarter right there. And give it a like, give it some love, follow it, and please give some money to a very talented creator there. And also, if nothing else, please give $1 as a kind of a encouragement, or even better, share the message with your comic-loving friends so that they can see the great work that Matt Shore does. All right. And Joe Don McKeel says, say bye, y'all. Got to prep for a noon show from ATL. All right. Well, have a great day, Joe Dog. Thank you for being here, man. And thank you for the new tips on StreamYard. And Willow Schuyler says, don't forget to tip your baristas today. We are not doing okay. The holidays have begun, and the cheap people of Winnipeg are out searching for the coveted free red plastic cups. Willow is a barista at her local Starbucks, rather. They will throw temper tantrums if they don't get it. Oh, my God. Tell them to go to hell, seriously, and get the hell out of there yourself. You are too good for those people. Seriously, you are, Willow. Please be kind to people on the other side of the cash register. These last 10 months have not been easy on anyone, and they didn't start the fire. They didn't create the COVID, but they have to deal with it just the same as the rest of us do. So take some pity on them, please. You would want the same thing. Don't be a Karen, all right? Whether you're male or female, don't be a Karen, all right? Be kind to people around you. Remember the rising tide. Nick Tucker says, Amy Hale, you are not alone. I like Creed and Nickelback. The Dark Horse album is classic, though musically, I heavily subscribe to Death of the Author as a concept. I think I like Creed better than I like Nickelback. I've gotten back into a group that a friend of mine back at the water company turned me on to. That's Avenged Sevenfold. I'm liking a lot of their music. I've been digging some of it. And if you wanted to hear some really good new wave music, go to woodyradio.com. My friend DJ Gidget spin some tracks and wax that'll get you going. And bye, Joe Dog, says Carl Witzman. And Cindy Kep says, interference in avatars of web server. An AI tries to support her user when her boyfriend is caught cheating on her, but the system refuses to accept the customer service problem that causes it. All right, check it out on Amazon. My God, Cindy, that sounds great. And if you need a book trailer, check out Frozen Creek Studios. We'll be playing Cindy Kep's book trailer at the end of the show. So check it out and check out Frozen Creek Studios for all they do. And Willow Schuyler, hashtag blessed are the baristas, bringers of the bean. Bang! I almost said bangers of the bean. And I'm like, that's and then Christian died. But anyway, the baristas are the bringers of the bean. God bless them. They're doing the work of the Lord there. And if I only knew what Creed and Nickelback were, says Carl Witzman, I'd probably understand all this. Whatever, don't care. Trust me, Carl, it's not worth looking into. So young person snorks, says Anna Maria Salvaggio. You are younger than me and get your ass off my lawn. You know what I'm saying? And Charles F. Millhouse says, have a productive day, Nevermorians. Create and change the world. It's in our hands. You got that right. You nailed it right there, Charles. I'm fond of quoting a song that I posted on my Facebook page on election day. Or no, I didn't post this one. This is one I meant to post. It's called One World by Utopia, Todd Rundgren and Utopia. Politicians and dictators and the guys at the door, or the guys on politicians and dictators and the guys with the dough. They think they run the world, but they just don't know. Out here on the streets, we got it under control from Berlin to San Francisco, from New York to Tokyo. One world, rising tide. All right. Join the Church of the Rising Tide. The Dark Pope Witzman will be having services later tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And Worlds of Weinbaum, vintage science fiction with some updates. Yeah, that's going. Just take my money, Cindy Kep. And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, Magi Jake Lindsay. Don't forget on the crawl at the bottom of your screen, we have a Rising Tide newsletter. Please sign up for that. And also we have a tip jar at paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM. And all money goes towards improving the look and sound of our output. Carl Witzman says, Nick Tucker, the running joke in Nickelback helps keep strippers in business. It's garage rock sound stuff usual. And enjoying the Expanse currently. Oh, that's cool. That sounds good. And Michaela James, thank you. Last night was indeed a blast. It was. I had a great time with you on the pillow, Michaela. Anyway, Michaela's going, oh, God. Anyway, have a blessed day, my friend. Magi Jake, thank you, brother. You have a great one as well. And Step says, seeking what's lost in Mythic Orbits 2. Jania designs an AI for a contest, but the AI gets too personal when it pulls a scenario from the headlines of her life. Very, very cool. And Santa Sign just in time for the holiday shenanigans. That's right. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get free shipping on this book, A Tale of Holiday Horror told with much inappropriate humor. Please check it out. It is our biggest seller, and when you pick it up in ebook or paperback form, you'll find out why. Thank you, Cindy. Brian Wesloff says this was directed to you, BKM, about the movie TV vehicle episode. Let's see if I'm booked for that day. I've still got a CromCon to do. So, and I'm booked this week, and I may have Indie Event also. So, Sarah, look at the UKSHG now. And let's see. Oops. Nick Tucker says, plus dressing at Elvira at pretty much any point earns my affection. There you go, Willow Schuyler. I'm a fan of your Elvira, too. So, just saying that in conceal all the creepy aspects of it, which I'm failing to do. And Bill, says Carleen. The what, Carl? And Willow Schuyler says, see you folks at Nerd Culture for Battle of the Nerds. I'm going head to head with a woman from Britain. Look out for that. It's going to be a clash of the titans. And the humor group, Sarah. Gotcha. And Cindy Kep says, Dragonsbane in Medieval Wars. An itinerant knight investigates reports of a dragon attack, but something about the situation smells worse than the dead sheep. And dead sheep smell bad. Anyway, check it out. The best version of Creed is when Scott Stapp left and they became Altered Bridge. Better lead singer. I don't think I've heard Altered Bridge. Scott Stapp is not a bad singer. And I like a couple of the early songs from them, but I haven't heard a lot otherwise. How y'all doing with Nano? So far, I've drafted and edited the antidote, formerly Cappy's Delivery. New title matches the pattern of the prequel, and then drafted Damsel in This Dress, and started Freelance Words. 2 episodes drafted. Well, I'm starting chapter 10 of Ebony Terror today, and I'm quite pleased with it, and making notes for corrections already in previous chapters, but I hope everyone else is doing well with NaNoWriMo. And Corel Photo Paint Shenanigans from Carl Witzman. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go. And Brian Wentzoff says, Nickelback suck live. If you can't sing live, I can't be a fan. There you go. And Michaela, you are a blast. She really was. She had a lot of great things to say last night. She really did on Willow's Pillow Talk. And Chasing the Sun in Victorian Venus. An elderly Inuit comes across a wounded man that her estranged son once dead. Check out Cindy Cap on Amazon. And also, because it bears repeating, go to look for me too after you pick up Cindy Cap's books. All right, give yourself a treat. You've earned it. This has been a rough week, people. And also on Smash Words, thank you very much, Cindy. You're the best. And because so many people need a smile, question: where did the pickle go to have a few drinks? The salad bar. That's awesome. That's funny, Cindy. You're the best. And why are pickles and sandwiches so polite? Because they're well bred. Thank you, Cindy. Oh my God, one more. What do you get when you cross an alligator with a pickle? A crocodile. Oh my God, it reminds me of an old joke I remember from the Gong Show. You know what you get when you cross an elephant and a rhinoceros? Elefino. Okay, Matt Shore says Metallica will always be better than Nickelback, but we can still be friends. Maybe. All right, yeah, that's true. I do like Metallica. I do like them a lot. I saw Avenged Sevenfold's as Rick Bradley in concert a couple years ago. Very awesome. I was 10 feet away from them, and wow, that's great. I love their imagery, and their sound is fantastic, and I love how versatile they are. They really do more than just heavy metal. They're really great. Magi Jake Lindsay asks, why did the stormtrooper get dumped by his girlfriend? He didn't aim right. That's true. And Avenged Sevenfold is from hubby's home country county. Oh, really? Very cool, Anna Marie Salvaggio. Well, I was born, not to top him, but I was born in the same birthplace as Dick and Jerry Van Dyke, and Gene Hackman, Donald O'Connor, and Bobby Short. And Linda Carter, Wonder Woman's father, came from there too, as well as Joe Tanner, the astronaut. All right, Kelly Austin says, everyone, please enjoy your day. Brian, keep up the great work and spread the wisdom. Kelly, mwah, thank you for being here. Please stay safe and have a great day as well. You too, Kelly. Thank you so much. And please send me that link to your Facebook your Facebook author page, please. I'd love to give us some support. And also, if you're in the neighborhood and you see Rising Tide Publications, if you haven't already, please, I'd love it if you return the favor. Gary Barlow is a great singer-songwriter and has a new album coming out November 27th called Music Played by Humans. It's recorded with a full orchestra, says Brian Wensloff. Okay, cool. I love orchestral stuff. Saw a performance by Todd Rundgren about 10 years ago with an orchestra that's amazingly good. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, RFOL, but I like your lawn. It's comfy, the people are fun, and there's coffee. That's true. I have good neighbors. I really do. They're pretty quiet. And my next door neighbor is a hair cutter, and she also sings with a country band. So she's amazing. She really is. So Anna Maria, you can camp out on my lawn anytime, darling. And Carl Wisman says, let me try it again. The dark pope will anoint you all tonight. There will be speaking in drunken tongues. I may be joining you. So anyway, Cindy Cap, Jewel Among the Stones in Avatar of Web Surfer. After a wreck leaves her with a long recovery, Joya's helpful relatives have their own agenda. It's up to an AI to help her escape. Also, why do gherkins giggle a lot? They're picklish! Oh my God, you're amazing. And thank you, Carl, says Michaela Jade. And Cindy Cap, when can you put pickles in the door? When it's ajar. Oh my God, this is great. And Fernando, says Anna Maria Salvaggio, revising 2 chapters a day. Good. Then doing a read-through, publishing, and starting on the script revisions. It was my thesis for my master's. Really? That is awesome, man. I love that. That's great. I love seeing people repackage their master's degree. Robert Vaughn did that with his back in the 70s, I think it was. I really want to pick up a copy of that. I hear it's a fantastic read. Everyone take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, you too. Thank you for being here. And we are going on past 2.25 hours. We'll try to catch up real fast. Metallica is excellent, says Cindy Kep. These days, I'm very much a fan of 1,000-Foot Crutch and Red. My favorite band of all time, Kansas. Good choice. Good choice. I'd be hard-pressed to pick my favorite band of all time. It would be a race between, of course, the Beatles. I love the Beatles. Queen. Who else am I thinking of? Ultravox. I'm a huge fan of Ultravox. Some of you may remember a song from the 80s called Vienna. And that's not even one of my favorite songs by them. But I'm a big fan of Ultravox and John Fox, who left the group, and Midge Ure, who replaced him as the lead singer. Midge Ure was the guy who co-wrote and co-produced Do They Know It's Christmas, by the way, with Bob Geldof. So, yeah, I've got a lot of groups I'm really a fan of. Squeeze is another one. Really loving Sparks. The Mail Brothers are amazing. And visit Cindy Kep at QuadCon on November 14th at Merle Hay Mall in Des Moines. I wish I could be there. I'm booked for CromCon, though. But good luck, Cindy. Keep us posted and keep promoting, because we want you to share that on the Rising Tide Publications page, okay? Clint Black and Lisa Hartman is on Masked Singer this season, says Brian Winslow. I have not seen a single episode of that. I really haven't. I am aware of it, but I've not seen that show. So I've had it with Jenny McCarthy pretty much, even if I did want to watch. The idea that she's a medical expert just makes me want to vomit. And what do you get when you put an ugly girl on the beach? A sandwich. Oh, Jake Lindsay, good for you, man. And Maria Savaggio, Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin, too many. Yeah, Led Zepp. Yeah, I'm appreciating them more and more, too. Love Jimmy Page. Really do. And you're caught up. Hey, now I am. It took a time, but thank you all for your patience with that. But thank you all for the great conversation this morning. You guys and gals were amazing, as always. So, while I think I have to feed Cookie. So, maybe not. I didn't hear anything. But anyway, I do have to get more coffee, as I know you all do. Plus, tonight, don't forget, at 8 p.m., 2 great shows that taste great together. The Historical Fencing Guild, Nick Tockert is going to be teaching you how to kill each other safely with bladed weapons. And then Uncle Carl will be doing Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant tonight. Always a good time with him and Aunt Donna. Get tanked, soused to the gills, and you practically can hear their livers screaming out in asking for mercy. But that's going to be a great show tonight. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, almost at 10 a.m. Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel and his usual panel of experts, and it's going to be a fun show. I usually drop in there and heckle in the comments, so please check out that show too. And here we go. Brian Westall says lots of gems in today's industry. That's true, but you have to sift through a lot of junk to find it. Oh, OK Go is another group I like. Although I kind of like their harder rocking early stuff better than their current stuff. And literally no more comments, marking the calendar. Yeah. By the way, have you heard Nickelback's cover of The Devil Went Down to Georgia? Asks Matt Shore. Don't. I am sure I will be disappointed. Oh, actually, I'll give you another place that has some good music. Frog Leap Studios on YouTube. They do heavy metal versions of a variety of songs. Everything from Mariah Carey to Dire Straits to the current pop chart busters, even Baby Shark. I apologize, Amy Hale. So yeah, Matt, I will take that under advisement, and I think you won me over with that. Keep Cookie calm and coffee on. Have an awesome day. Magi Jake Lindsay, you too, man. Check out his Facebook page and give it a like. Great fun was had by all. Thanks for hosting the adventure. Cindy Kep, thank you for piloting the ship here. Please check out the work of Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com, and sign up for her great monthly newsletter. She's awesome. And the best cover of that song is by Emerson Drive. I don't think I've heard it. Although I do like Frog Leap Studios' version of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's a heavy metal version. It's fantastic. And thank you for the stream. Big love to you, sweetheart, darling. Mwah! So good to see you. It makes me happy every time we get to talk. We'll catch up with you on Messenger. Looking forward to it. Hugs and kisses. Mwah! Back to you, darling. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I so appreciate your patience with me getting through the comments. Thank you for the great conversation this morning. Now, to continue with programming notes, tomorrow, I will be involved with Imagine Other Worlds with Authors. Go to the writersroom.org. It'll also be on Facebook and on the Writers Room page on Facebook, as well as their YouTube channel. So check us out. I will be on a panel tomorrow at 11:40 to 12:40 Eastern Time. It'll be the Ask an Author panel. Please bring your questions. We would love to entertain them. And at 3:20 to 4:20, I'm on a marketing panel. So we'll be sharing some tips and information. I will be writing down notes as fast as I can. It's going to be a great time from 10 to 6 o'clock Central Time. A great 2 days of book fun from the Imagine Other Worlds with Authors. We also will be broadcasting on Sunday. I'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern. With my new broadcasting video, premiered recently at HoloCon, and we're going to run it for Imagine Other Worlds with Authors. If you want to get the full schedule, go to thewritersroom.org or the Writers Room page on Facebook, and you'll be able to find a complete schedule of all the speakers, which will include Aaron Casey, Cindy Kep, Jen Thompson, Teresa Dunn, and myself, and more. It's going to be a great day. Also, the Matson Public Library System is having a all-day show tomorrow, Indie Author Day. Look for MAPLD on Facebook, and you'll find links to the events. And two of our dear friends, Patricia Carell, My Mary Marvel, that you saw in today's teaser for the show. Patricia Carell will be talking at noon tomorrow. I think that's Central Time. And Bobby Nash will be following her at 1. Please check them out. Those people have a lot of great things to say. I'll be watching. And we hope you will be too. Hope you have an incredible day. Hope your weekend goes well. And we'll get through this damn election, I swear. Every damn day. But let's stay strong, people. We can manage this together. That's what we're here for. That's what the Rising Tide's about. And I know it's tough. It's not a great time to be alive, but there are so many opportunities out there. There are so many people that need what we are offering, whether it's writing or art or video content. There are people out there that crave what we do. And I want to encourage all of you, you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. All right? Because you don't know who you are talking off a ledge. I have had so many people tell me how, I feel I'm writing entertainment. I'm writing pulpy entertainment. And yet I get people that send me a note every now and then saying, Brian, I really needed to hear what you had to say in that book. I needed to watch your broadcast. Thank you for doing it. Go out and find your thank yous, okay? And we got a couple more comments here that we'll do. Emerson Drive is a great band from Canada. I will look that up later, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian Winlove. And Kathy Jackson, mwah! Good morning, Nevermorians. Hugs and love from Kathy Jackson. And back to you, hon. It was great seeing you Saturday. Written on Her Heart is finished. I am taking full credit for that story, because if it weren't for me screwing up the name of her book, Written on His Heart, during her book launch, by God, just wait for Written on Santa Stein's Heart. That'll be great. Written on Volcano's Heart. It will be awesome. Written on Amazon Reviews Made Less Impossible's Heart. She's got a series just for me. Anyway, check out the work of Kathy Jackson. Inspirational romance with a dash of heat to it. All right. You know what I mean? Boom, chicka, wow. Wow. Kathy Jackson puts the wow in boom, chicka, wow, wow. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you. Please check out all the stuff that's going on this weekend with the MAPLD and Imagine Other Worlds with Authors from the Writers Room out of Iowa. A lot of entertainment, a lot of content, a lot of reason for you to get a pad of paper and a pen so you can start taking notes, because you're going to learn some stuff this weekend from some great, great authors. And we hope that you all have a great weekend. We will find you again on Monday morning at our usual time at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Central, with another Nevermind the Furthermore. And we know it's going to be a fun show. Today's was a fun show. Do you guys agree? Yeah, Batman says it's so. And yep, we have it's from a doctor, so you know it's right. And also, oh yeah, it's we have approval all over the place. And yep. And see, even Superman learned something this morning. It's all good. And was it okay, doctor? Yep. Okay, good. The doctor approves. And oh, I know. I get the same way, doctor. Some days I don't want to either. You're right. Oh yes. I think everyone enjoys this show when they listen to it. Well, maybe not everyone. There's always someone. That's enough out of you two. Anyway, go out and get some more coffee. If you need it, and I know I do. And we do have things we've got to get accomplished today. But anyway, folks, thank you for being here. I really appreciate your showing up this morning. You pepped me up too, believe it or not. Hope to see you tomorrow during the MAPLD event, and also during Imagine Other Worlds with Writers. Please check it out. Also check out the Drunken Rant tonight from Uncle Carl, as well as Nick Tockert's Historical Fencing Guild. Also check out Patreon. There's all kinds of great creators and me that would love to have your support on an ongoing basis, and we will reward you for your faith and your love. So check out Patreon. Some great stuff's coming out of Patreon. Plus, they're going to get sneak previews of a lot of my upcoming videos, which we're going to do more of. So anyway, we're folding the book there because we got to feed the woman and me. So anyway, folks, thank you for watching today's Nevermind the Furthermore. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and please check us out again on Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern. So also, please check out our website, risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for our free monthly newsletter. Next issue goes out December 1st. We have guest editorials, occasional book discounts, special offers, special links, a video narrative from me telling what's going on, as well as motivation, education, and inspiration. So please also sign up for the Rising Tide newsletter when you're at risingtide.pub. If you're watching on YouTube, on the Geek Insider or the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications pages, please if you've enjoyed what you've seen even a little bit, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Smash that button, as they say. Also, please consider subscribing. It takes just a couple seconds. It costs you nothing. And if you like us enough, please ring that bell so you'll get notified of all future shows that we do. And we're going to expand our broadcast time, so please join us for that. That's what the mute button's for. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget you can watch this show 3 times a week. Also, Clever Title Pending on Tuesday nights. Check out Nicholas Tockert on last Tuesdays. And this Tuesday, we're going to have the great new pulp authors Bobby Nash and Jim Beard talking, writing, talking. So it'll be a great conversation. You guys won't get a word in edgewise between the 3 of us. But please join in. Please bring your questions to us. We love having them. But anyway, please if you're watching us on that page on Rising Tide Publications or Indie Vent, please give those pages a like. It helps us with the algorithms and helps us be more discoverable. So it helps us a great deal. All right. And so in closing, thank you all for being here. We appreciate that you spent your time with us. And we want to thank, again, our sponsors, Stormgate Press. Don't forget, Pulp Reality #1 will be coming out in December 1st. And we'll have more news on that as it gets closer to the time. And Plasma Fire Graphics, thank you again for your ongoing sponsorship. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. So in closing, this is Brian K. Morris saying, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you again for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. the original Skyman battles the Master of Steam. With an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh. Oh. My nippies got hurt.